All right, guys, let's do this. Good morning, Kotter and Marshall Show. Hop on that stream today. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. As always, you can watch the show, streaming live, the entire thing. While you're hanging out, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. You can also listen to the show. All you got to do, download the app for free. Get in the App Store and Google Play. You can listen on your in-home smart speaker. Also, there is always the website. That is rock1061.com. Good morning, Marshall.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm sick of you threatening a snow day, you son of a bitch.
Hey.
Messaging me at 10 o'clock at night telling me, hey, we're probably not going to work tomorrow. And then suddenly, within a half an hour, we're working. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of your stuff. And you know what? I'm not showing up to work tomorrow.
Me either. I'm just trying to keep you in the loop. I'm just trying to keep you informed as to what could go down.
So Kotter messaged me last night around 10 o'clock. It's very late. It's almost my bedtime.
Oh, I get it.
Kotter says, hey, we may not do the show tomorrow due to some issues with our software that runs the radio station. I said, okay, let me know. Then the moment of glee hits Marshall's body. Oh, hey, maybe you can stay up a little later. Hey, maybe you get a little weird tonight. Nope, because with a half an hour, Kotter, Mr. Bad News, I was going to say a bad word, bad news fella, messages me back and said, yep, we're all good, thanks. You could have just not messaged me at all until you knew.
Well, I thought about that, but I didn't know when I was going to know. So I'd rather keep you informed.
It's fine. I could have woke up to the news. You know what? The best news to wake up to is saying, hey, you know what? Keep sleeping in.
I get that.
Yeah.
I understand.
You could have did that.
All right. Moving forward, if this happens, I will let you know.
Moving forward, if you do this to me again, I will, with all due respect, set your house on fire.
As I'm insured.
Okay, that's fine. I will
drive
to your house and burn your house down.
That was funny because right before I texted you saying we are good to go, my wife looked at me and it's like, you know, he probably just cracked open a beer. He's probably enjoying himself now, thinking he doesn't have to work. You just ruined everything for him. So my wife's on your side.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like you're a jerk. And that's the nicest word I could have used there.
I'm just trying to keep you informed, man. Just up to date. What's going down?
You're the guy who replies all to everyone in an email, just so everyone can know what you're doing. Cool, man. Yeah, we needed to know that. Thanks.
All right, coming up on the show today, because we're here, Big Guy's going to break down some games for this weekend in the NFL. Going to talk favorite chicken nuggets from restaurants. Also, I will get quizzed in the face. Some sort of mystery quiz. I have no idea what's going on. We're going to play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? We got tickets for the Jacksonville Jaguars game this Sunday to give away.
And they're taking on the Arizona Cardinals, and Kyler Murray, he's red hot. Red hot.
So that's coming up bottom of the 7 o'clock hour. Calls, comments, and texts. Have you ever wondered if you're OCD with something? We want to know your stories. So feel free to give us a call, comment, and text today during the 7 o'clock hour. And of course, going to kick off the show about last night. Somebody underpaid for Mountain Dew. He could see 7 years in jail because of it. Never pick up a car that has a sign that says free car. We'll tell you why in a bit. And we got a presidential lawsuit coming up. We've got details next. Here's Fozzie and Sane, Kotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
All right, guys. Good morning, Heather, Jess, Wanda, Charles, Thomas.
Damn.
Good morning, everyone.
No, so I'm trying to help out our traffic director, Julien, because there's some technical issues with commercials and stuff like that. And I told her I would put in commercials for Rock today, saving her some time because we just have a major issue going on. And so I'm like, here, I'll help out. It took 3 hours. So initially we're like, look, program directors can help out on some other stations as well. Let me do Rock first, wrap my head around it, see what it takes, and then we'll go from there. So I got home from bingo last night, and there wasn't things ready for the 2 other stations. And I'm like, oh, dear Lord. I'm really hoping she didn't misunderstand me and just think we're going to do all 3 radio stations because it's now 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I'm not going to bed. If this is the case, I'm up until God knows when. I text her, email her. She doesn't hear back, so finally I called her. She's like, I'm working on it now. I'm like, oh, thank God. No, there was a serious sense of panic last night to where I'm going to be up until 8 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
So there was some concern. And I didn't nap yesterday because I was helping her out. So I was like, I'm effed right now, guys. Effed.
Eric says, where's my free car? Just a little caveat, that free car has a dead body in it.
Yeah, you don't want this.
Yeah, so
you don't want this free car.
Although the episode today is called Free Car. Forgot to add that little part
Asterisk.
in there. Yeah. Yeah, probably should have threw an asterisk on there. Didn't think about that. It's a little early. Don't worry about that. Let's see. Charles says, Jesus, it feels amazing outside right now. It did feel really good. He goes, too bad it gets back to close to 90 degrees next week. Does it? Hold on. Let me see. I thought we were actually good. I thought this was like the break in the year. If you consider 86 close to 90, yeah, we're looking at highs between 79 and 86. I mean, we've hit that time of year where it's starting to break, guys. Here we go. Almost hoodie season. Cotter's wearing a hoodie. Preemptively. Yeah, it's a preemptive hoodie, Cotter. I'm going to say it. I'm going to bold take, preemptive hoodie. The first day it's a little bit cool. I think you're out of place.
It was cold in the building is what I went with. So that was my, reasoning behind it. I got no regrets.
Preemptive hoodie on Cotter. I mean, we'll flag him. We'll throw up the card, but he's not too far off. I think let's see. I mean, over the weekend it's actually perfect hoodie weather because we actually hit lows, it looks like in the high 50s, which is incredible, but we only get like 3 days of that. So pretty much starting tonight through the weekend, hoodies are allowed past 7 o'clock.
Past 7?
Yeah. I mean, because you want to make sure it's starting to get a little chilly outside. Between the hours of 7 p and let's say, we'll give you 12 hours, 7 p to 7 a, you can wear a hoodie.
That's fair. All right, guys, got about 30 seconds into our first story.
Jess says 67 degrees, hypothermia is setting in.
That's a good point. All right, guys, be right back. Former President Donald Trump throwing down a presidential-sized lawsuit. Got that story next. Story number one about last night. President Trump has filed a $100 million lawsuit against his niece, Mary Trump, and the New York Times. Trump claims they conspired to obtain tax records for the paper story on his undisclosed finances. Now, the lawsuit names Mary Trump, along with 3 Times reporters, Suzanne Craig, David Barstow, and Russell Buettner. The defendants engaged in insidious plots to obtain confidential and highly sensitive records, which they exploited for their own benefit and utilized as means of falsely legitimizing their public works, according to the lawsuit.
So the New York Times guys received a Pulitzer Prize in 2019 for their reporting on this series of stories, but now they're getting sued for it by Donald Trump and his camp for $100 million. Like, I'm talking like Dr. Evil, $100 million. That's what I was trying to get at there. Now, a statement was released from Mary Trump, which is Trump's niece, stating, I think he's a loser. He's going to throw anything against the wall he can. It's desperation. The walls are closing in, and he is throwing anything against the wall that he can think will stick. As always in the case with Donald, he'll try and change the subject. Wow, this family gets along really well.
Yeah, right? They're really, really tight, really close.
$100 million lawsuits. Nothing says Thanksgiving's going to be really great this year, like, something like that.
The New York Times, of course, plans to challenge the lawsuit. They released a statement and said the coverage of Trump's taxes helped inform citizens through meticulous reporting on a subject of overriding public interest. Now, the suit also claims Mary Trump violated a confidentiality agreement that barred her from publicly releasing details of the family's finances that was under terms of a settlement of Fred Trump Sr.'s estate.
Yeah, so it's the father, right?
Yeah,
Something, whatever. These guys. These Trump guys, they're crazy, man. They're crazy. I mean, what else can you say about them until the next thing that actually, honestly, is worth talking about? But this is interesting on this. Now, does Donald really need the money? I mean, with $100 million?
I mean,
or is that just more of a scare tactic thing? Because $100 million, for me, sounds like an astronomical amount of money.
It is. That's why it does. It is. No, I mean, I think it's more of a scare tactic. But I mean, if he can get even half of that, if he would say win this lawsuit, I'd take $50 million.
Good day for him.
That's a great day for him.
Yeah.
So I don't know though. I don't know if this lawsuit will even see a courtroom. I think.
You think it gets settled out?
I don't know. No. I don't think it gets settled. I just don't know if it goes anywhere. I don't think the New York Times is going to settle. I think they will fight this. Very hard.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if this sees a courtroom or really sees any substantial trial time. Would be my guess.
You're probably right.
We'll see. All right. If you ever see a car on the side of the road, it's got a sign in it, says free car, chances are you shouldn't take it. Got that story next. Kotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Let's see. Oh, we got a bot. Nice. What up, MDizzle7723?
Bot already?
We do want to become famous. Juana says first bot in a while. No, we had one yesterday. We had a bot. I don't know. I forget what time yesterday, but we did have one. Yeah. Yeah, guys, the rule for the next week, at least, you get 12 hours a day to wear a sweater or to wear a hoodie. That's kind of how it goes. I bought a hoodie just before, like literal weeks before our weather changed to like more that summertime, and I have an incredible Devil's Logic Brewery hoodie that is the softest, nicest hoodie ever that I haven't been able to touch for like 8 months.
Right.
So I'm excited to actually wear that again.
Yeah, I get that. Keep in mind, guys, today is our Friday. We're out tomorrow having a boat day. What are we going to Fusky? Is that what we said?
We're going to Fusky. Yeah, we're leaving out of Hilton Head at 8:30.
8:30.
8:30
or 9:30.
9:30.
9:30. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta leave my house at least by 8:30. So speaking of ridiculous amounts of money. An Ontario man, that's Canada, won a lottery jackpot last October. And then less than a year later, he won another large lottery jackpot.
Okay.
77-year-old guy. He's a regular player, and he's offering up advice to other players as well. His name is Robert MacDonald, 77, of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Speaking of the big cash, Tony says, like the Zia skull shirt, Marshall. Oh, yeah. It's sister-in-law picked it up at Area 52 gift shop. Oddly enough. So this dude, Robert MacDonald, 77, has officially joined the illustrious list of annoying people who have won a big lottery jackpot. Let's see. He matched 6 out of 7 encore numbers and ordered in a recent draw that won him $78,000. That wasn't enough. The odds of winning the $100,000 prize, or $78,000 in American, are 1 in 1.1 million. And he had already won $39,000 American dollars less than a year ago when he was playing the Ontario 49 lottery game. So he isn't winning like these gigantic $1 million jackpots.
Right.
But I mean, like, he's winning money on a consistent basis from the government, and this is BS.
You got to play to win, man. I don't play. I seriously couldn't tell you the last time I bought a lottery ticket.
You know, they're want to go 77. Is he single? I think so. It doesn't say anything about a spouse. Just heads up. You're gonna have to move to Canada, though. That would kind of suck. He doesn't give any advice on how to win. That's what I was looking for in the story. Come on, guys. Come on, bro Bible. Do your research. Juana says, packing my bags. I'll deal with it. For only like a little over $100,000 in winnings. You can do better, Wanda. All right, guys, coming up here in just a few moments. We're currently in commercials of Rock 106.1. We'll, share that story about the free car with a possible dead body in the back of it. We'll talk about that Mountain Dew theft story about how some dude is going to be staying in jail for stealing a $2.43 bottle of Mountain Dew. And then we'll get to the top of the hour where our question of the day is, have you ever wondered if something that you do is OCD? Tell us what you do, and then we'll try to figure that out live on the air.
Also, today, 8 o'clock hour, stream only. We are sampling Bud Light Seltzer's Fall Plaid Pack.
Is that what it's called? Plaid?
Plaid something, yeah.
I thought it was called the Flannel Pack.
Oh, flannel. Maybe that's what it is. It's one of those. Regardless, it's probably going to suck. Netflix recently announced another massive purchase. Announced a deal with Roald Dahl. So basically bought the entire catalog of the author, the guy behind Willy Wonka, James and the Giant Peach, stuff like that.
Okay.
So they bought his entire catalog. So they can now basically make movies on any of that. Value of the deal somewhere between $30 and $50 million.
Okay. I think that makes sense.
Yep. So that's 16 of his stories, including Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, which is the sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the BFG, Big Friendly Giant, the Twits, George's Marvelous Medicine, the Twits. It's a story he wrote. The Enormous Crocodile. So, all kinds of stuff. I'd also noted Wednesday in the announcement that a series based on the world of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory from Taika Waititi and Phil Johnston, who did Wreck-It Ralph, is coming. So, lots of cool stuff.
Yeah,
it's just over 2 minutes.
It's called the Bud Light Seltzer Fall Flannel Limited Edition Variety Pack. It's got 4 different flavors that we'll try this morning. Apple Crisp, Maple Pear, which sounds like the worst one, Pumpkin Spice, and Toasted Marshmallow.
This isn't even against Bud Light. It's just seltzer in general. It's like every time the seltzer, it's black cherry. You're like, man, that kind of sounds delicious. And then you drink it and you realize they took a cherry and they dipped it in like a 20,000 gallon vat of seltzer, and that's all the flavor you get.
I just don't know how they over all 4 of those flavors, they got them all to be 5% alcohol, 100 calories, 1 gram of sugar, and 2 carbs per can. Like, how do you do that?
That's a good question. Science.
So much science. Juana says, I think we have finally decided what to do with this damn house. We have a realtor coming over in a couple weeks to look at it, maybe trying to sell it.
Oh.
Good for you.
Good luck. Hope that goes well.
Eric, he's got a little thing for our call-in today. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. Go ahead and add that to the list. We'll discuss that here at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, 7 o'clock hour, excuse me. So speaking of Netflix, in October, they got some new originals coming. They have season 3 of You, which is the popular series about a dude who sort of is a serial killer. It's pretty much Dexter light.
Okay.
They also have Escape the Undertaker, which is that WWE interactive show.
I'll watch it and regret every minute of it, yeah.
Season 2 of Lock and Key, which is a great
I can't wait for that.
Great series. And then series 2 of Sexy Beasts.
Oh, God. All right, guys, be right back. If you see a car along the side of the road and it's got a free sign in the window that says free car, it's probably best if you just leave it alone. That story coming up. Story number 2 about last night. Over the weekend, there was an abandoned car on the side of the road in Byron, Mississippi. Really nothing out of the ordinary. It happens, except for the fact that there was a sign on the car that read, free car.
Man, it sounds awesome, actually.
And the keys were left in the ignition.
Even better. It makes it easier for me to take the free car. Well, it's convenience.
A couple guys came across the car, saw the sign, and thought, cool, let's do this. They hopped in, drove the car to a family member's home. That's when they decided to open the trunk. In the trunk, a naked, dead body.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to find a dead body, I prefer them to be naked. I mean, honestly, what are the other choices? Clothes? Gross. If their clothes are all dirty or bloody. No way. Give me naked.
Well, it was naked, and now we know why the car was free. Now, after making this discovery, of course, they notified authorities, and according to County Coroner Ellis Stewart, the body had been in the car for days.
I mean, that's got to be the reason why they opened the trunk, right?
You had to smell it.
Yeah. I mean, you would smell it while you were driving around, but I mean, they drove this thing like 30 miles, like from one side of one county to the other side of the other. I mean, you think they probably would have smelled a, sorry, dead guy, rotting corpse in the back of a vehicle, unless it was a really high-end vehicle that had some great, blockage.
Is that a feature in some high-end cars?
I'm pretty sure like a Tesla, you could probably put 3-4 dead bodies back there before you start smelling them.
The body has been identified by local police thanks to tattoos in the immediate family. Now, they haven't determined where the original crime took place, and the two men that drove this car are technically considered suspects until the investigation is closed, but it does look like their story is checking out.
Yeah.
Now, I'm skeptical if you're, like, walking past the neighbor's house and they got, like, something free sitting out front, like the couch that says free.
Right.
I'm like, something's wrong with that couch. If I come across a car that says free car on the side of the road, I'm a little skeptical.
Let's face it, these guys were higher drunk. I mean, these guys were definitely on something, because usually I'm not hanging out with my buddy walking around and we're like, free car? Huh? Adventure tonight? Like, that's something I probably wouldn't do with a rational, sober mind. Drunk Marshall would be all about that. Like, it just says free car. We take the car. The keys are in the car.
Now, the person that dumped the car, do you think this was just a genius plan or horrible plan? So, I mean, are they thinking, look, we got a dead body in the trunk.
I'm not here. How about this? I know your question. I know what you're trying to say. I'm not trying to say murder is good.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm not. But this guy is an innovator in his field.
Okay.
He is trying things that no other murderer has done.
Stepping outside the box.
He's like, yeah, what if I actually, America's dumb. We've proved it time and time again. What if I just put a sign on the car that says free? And then can you imagine? He probably stood out there for like days until someone came and grabbed that car. And at the end of it, he's like, I'm a genius. I'm a freaking genius, guys. Like, this guy, he's an innovator in getting away with murder. And I'm just throwing that out there. Like, I'm not saying you guys should go out and murder someone, then put them in the trunk and then put a sign on the car that says free car. But maybe that's it. Maybe that's a good idea.
I guess. We'll go with yes.
Right?
Yes. All right, coming up next, story number 3 about last night. A guy is facing up to 7 years in prison over 43 cents and a bottle of Mountain Dew and 2 of the previous strikes. But we got that story after Godsmackers, Bulletproof, Kotter, and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Dude, straight up an innovator in his field. That's why I'm not mad at him. I'm not even mad at the guy who murdered another guy.
I mean, it's like you wipe the car down, you get rid of your prints, and now somebody else's prints all over the car.
You know what? I'm being sexist. Guy or girl? It could have been either. And
That's
I
fair.
apologize for being sexist in that moment. Female or male who murdered a male and stuffed him in the trunk of a car. Innovator in your field. Congratulations.
He is really thinking outside the box.
Also, Mississippi. You never thought it would come from that state. But you know what? It's such a dumb thing. Maybe that makes sense.
It just makes sense, yeah.
Charles says, free car with a rotting corpse. The new single from Cannibal Corpse. Jess says, for Mississippi, I'm impressed. Tony, thank you for your OCD little story there. Appreciate it. I'll add it to the list. Eric says maybe he or she couldn't move the body. Small price to pay to have someone else do it for you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, those guys took it from the original crime scene and then drove it across 2 counties for them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, who knows if they'll ever catch, the person who, murdered somebody and then threw him in the trunk. I still don't. I mean, yeah, I agree. They had to have been higher drunk. There's no reason for you to just be like, oh, free car. This seems legit. mean, there's title and registration you got to worry about. It's not like you're driving this thing around forever. You can't make it legal.
Oh, speaking of Netflix, yeah, so I mentioned all those new series that are coming to the service in October. I'm actually really looking forward to the second season of Lock and Key.
Yeah, me too.
And the second series of Sexy Beast. Sexy Beast is a really dumb dating show where essentially they do like a movie level makeup and masks and put you up and then make you like into an octopus
Right.
or a hawk or any sort of animal. And then you have to go on a date with people. And it's a stupid dating show, but I watched a bunch of episodes with my wife, and it's actually kind of fun. Kind of worth, the 22-minute runtime of each episode.
Right.
I'm not looking forward to a third season of You. I watched the first two. I don't know. I feel like they're going a little off the rails there. Him with a kid and then a crazy wife now. Ugh.
All right, guys, be right back. So a guy faces up to 7 years in prison over 43 cents and a bottle of Mountain Dew. That story's next. Story number 3 about last night. Joseph Sulkowski of Duncannon, Pennsylvania, was arrested, charged with a felony when he underpaid for a bottle of Mountain Dew by 43 cents. Now, he's was currently being held on $50,000 bond. Here's what happened. Pulled up to a store. Store was holding a promotion offering 2 20-ounce bottles of Mountain Dew for $3.
Mm-hmm.
Seen that before. Now, Joseph, who's homeless, saw the sign for the promotion, went inside the convenience store, grabbed the Mountain Dew. Now, he was thinking, well, if I can get 2 for $3, I can get 1 for $1.50.
Right.
Makes sense. I get it. So he throws $2 down on the counter, thinking he covered the cost of his drink. However, the deal was only if you bought 2. So a single bottle of Mountain Dew was $2.43 with tax. So he thought he had paid for it. He didn't. The cashier actually called him out about it, saying, hey, you still owe 43 cents. He allegedly said, no, I paid for it, and then he drove off. The clerk actually called the cops, and they arrested this dude.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not his first time, having a brush with the law. Apparently, way back in, 10 years ago. Let me do some math here. Marshall does math. 2011-ish. He actually had an incident where he drove off without paying for a tank of gas. Also, apparently like a year later, he was arrested for stealing a pair of shoes from Kmart that cost $39.99. So he has a small history of like grabbing stuff and then kind of walking away with it. So this was technically his third strike, stealing this small bottle of Mountain Dew.
I know. I get that. I get there were previous crimes, but so say tank of gas, say $40. The shoes, $40.
Mm-hmm.
80. The Mountain Dew, 43 cents. So for $80.43, this guy could face 7 years in prison. Now, under Pennsylvania law, a first charge retail theft for the value of the items stolen is less than $150 is graded as a summary offense. Basically, the same thing as a speeding ticket. Second offense is a misdemeanor. Third and subsequent offenses, no matter the amount, are all graded as third-degree felonies.
And that's the same thing as like manslaughter, institutional sexual assault, carrying a firearm without a license. Those are all pretty hefty, level offenses. And all this dude has stolen is less than $100 in items over a decade. So, yeah, it's not a great look. Now, he was held on 50 G's bail, or bond, excuse me, but they realized, hey, that's stupid, and they just let this guy go.
If you're the clerk at this gas station, are you calling the cops over 43 cents?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say whether they should do that or not. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the owners at the gas station are real jerks, and maybe they're on a third strike unless they lose their job. And what if they don't have a job? They can't stay in their halfway home. Or if they can't stay in their halfway home, they go back to jail. Kotter, it's a big circle. Don't you dare judge this gas station clerk.
Oh, I'm judging. Take 50 cents out of your pocket, throw it in the register, call it a day. Seems like a lot of work. Call the cops over 43 cents.
Technically, it'd be like $1.20-ish. because it was $2.
Well, you paid $2, so
Right.
you just owed the 43 cents. All you had to do is throw in 50 cents. You're done. You don't have to deal with the cops.
Well, it's a 2 for 3 deal, Kotter. It's 2 for 3.
Right.
Right.
But he bought one.
Right. But he still has to pay for more. Here's what I would do if I was the clerk. I would pay. No, don't look at me.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. You're obviously not a math guy.
No. Get yourself a soda and then pay 20 cents.
Oh,
Or 20 cents.
You're saying get yourself a soda.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's fine too. But why? I don't get why you called the cops.
I wouldn't call the cops.
No, I would
personally.
It's not worth the time and hassle.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, we got some plenty of concerts coming to the Low Country Coastal Empire over the next few months. We'll tell you what's coming up. Stick around. It is the Kotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Has Red ever busted somebody for 43 cents? That's actually a good question.
Great question. Red around?
Not this early. He usually comes in around 7:30.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I worked at a convenience store. Somebody, slapped that at me like, here's 50 cents. I don't care. It's so not worth it.
How full was the give a penny, take a penny cup?
It's usually never 43 cents full. I mean, it's usually, what, 20 cents max? If somebody was really generous and threw in a dime.
I don't know. I've never worked at a place that had a give a penny, take a penny place. So this next up, you're just talking about shows in the area.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, top of the 7 o'clock hour, guys. Ever wondered if you were OCD with something? Hit us up. Let us know your story. We'll discuss. Break it down a bit. See if you are OCD.
What's going on?
I had opened a file and I wasn't sure why. Didn't need that one.
Here in the 8 o'clock hour today, too, we'll taste test those Bud Light seltzers just on the stream, just to let you know if they're good or not. I have their website open right now. There's no reviews or anything that you could put on the website, which I think is bull. Should be able to, but I've heard people say that the toasted marshmallow is very good.
Okay.
And then the apple crisp is very good. I've heard that the maple pear is just okay, and the pumpkin spice is just okay.
Here, let's see. Let me open Untapped and see if anybody has rated them on Untapped, because I'm sure they have. Has anybody had a good seltzer, though? Something that you're like, this is actually good? Because I haven't discovered that yet.
I'm just not a fan of seltzers, just like I'm not a fan of sours.
Yeah, that's my thing too. The seltzer thing is just, I don't get it. Let's see. Apple Crisp on Untapped is 3.28. There's a Bud Light Seltzer Peppermint Patty. Interesting.
Eric says, my favorite description of hard seltzers is, it's like drinking TV static while someone yells the flavor from another room.
That's good. I like that. The toasted marshmallow is 2.75. That's all that's showing up on there. They have a lot of flavors in Bud Light Seltzer. Holy crap. All right, so got about a minute and a half of commercials. Going to get to Daughtry. His latest, Heavy is the Crown. We'll talk concerts, and then we'll head into the 7 o'clock hour.
So Saturday Night Live just announced their first full month of hosts and musical guests for their 47th season. So this is going to begin on October 2nd. So we have Owen Wilson hosting the season debut of Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Let's see. He'll be joined by Casey Musgraves as a musical guest.
Okay.
Week number 2, we have Kim Kardashian West. She'll be joined by Halsey. I believe this is the way it's
Right.
connected.
I mean, I get why they bring in people that aren't actors that are just, famous.
Right.
I can't imagine her being good.
Week 3, they have Rami Malek.
Oh, nice.
He's the guy who's in the new James Bond movies, the new villain. Also, he played Freddie Mercury in that Queen biopic. And then they have Jason Sudeikis. Young Thug will be with Rami. And then Jason Sudeikis will round out the first month of Saturday Night Live shows. His musical guest is Brandi Carlile. So I think, honestly, a really, really great first month of hosts for Saturday Night Live. Owen Wilson, Kim Kardashian, Rami Malek, and Jason Sudeikis.
It will be cool to see Jason Sudeikis back. Obviously, he was a cast member for many years, so maybe see some of his characters. I'm trying to think, did he have? I can't even think of one of his recurring characters.
Exactly.
I was like, oh crap, maybe not.
Jason Sudeikis was just a good complimentary, player. I think he was a pretty prolific writer when he was on SNL. Not so much an actor. I know he was in a bunch of stuff.
Right.
Musical guest Casey Musgraves, Halsey, Young Thug, and Brandi Carlile.
Brandi Carlile still doing stuff? I mean, obviously, but wow.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd love to see some sort of like rock music or something heavier in there. But Halsey could be interesting just because she did put out an album with the guys from Nine Inch Nails. So maybe they're taking her as kind of more the edgier artist that month. I mean, Sudeikis is obviously going to do a Ted Lasso.
You would think, right? They'll do some sort of Ted Lasso sketch.
Yeah. He played Joe Biden quite a bit. He played Joe Biden during the 2019-2020 season.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Maybe he'll play Biden when he's back on. Yeah, but SNL, I mean, I think honestly a pretty solid month. I mean, Owen Wilson, I mean, Kim Kardashian's going to be the one that'll probably be horrific.
Yeah, it'll probably be the biggest rated one, though.
Yeah, Rami Malek, Jason Sudeikis, pretty decent.
Yeah, no, I think they should be good.
All right, guys, here in about 2 minutes, we're going to go over concerts that we have coming up here in the local area. And then after that, we're going to start pressing you guys even harder for your stories on our question of the day. Once again, our question of the day is, have you ever wondered if something that you do is OCD? Tell us what you do, and then we'll go over it. We'll talk about whether you're OCD or not. If you're questioning it, you probably are.
True.
Speaking of Saturday Night Live, guys, it looks like Eddie Murphy has just signed a 3-picture and first look deal with Amazon Studios. His last movie, what was that?
Coming to America.
Coming to America 2 was a Amazon original as well. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it was okay for what it was. I mean, I didn't hate it. It was kind of nice to see the characters again.
Was it good?
It was okay. Not great. Be interesting to see now because I'm assuming that did well for them. So is it more, let's revisit some of his past characters because he's got a bunch, or is it going to be original stuff?
Let's see. It says Coming to America was the #1 stream movie of the weekend when it was released, with the #1 opening weekend of any other streaming movie in 2021 to date, and #1 weekend of any streaming movie in the past 12 months post-COVID theater closures, according to some third-party thing.
So it did okay.
Sounds like it.
Amazon is like that forgotten streaming service because it's free with Prime. So it's like you really don't have to think twice about it. It's just kind of there. I really don't spend a lot of time on it unless I'm specifically going for something. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Kotter and Marshall show. Last night, of course, POD at Victory North. Talked to several people, said the show was great, so that's a lot of fun. And it's not the only show coming to the area. It's the best year for concerts in over a decade in the Low Country and Coastal Empire, thanks to Victory North and the new place, District Live. Next couple shows at Victory North. We got Candlebox. That's happening next week. We're like 5 days out from that show.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
And then we got Fozzy. They're going to be at Victory North on the 8th of October. I'm still bummed I'm missing it. I just think that I just picture just a straight up old fashioned rock show because that's, kind of Chris Jericho's thing, kind of what he was a fan of. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the Fozzy show I'm really looking forward to, and hopefully we have an opportunity to see Chris Jericho again, possibly here in studio on that day.
Also got Dirty Honey at District Live, White Reaper going to be at District Live, Aaron Jones, others as well. So it is going to be a good couple weeks for live music. And locally, 40th Annual Jazz Festival is going on this weekend. It was supposed to be in Forsyth. The city was like, nope, never mind. No large events going down because of COVID. So they moved it to the Savannah Station. You can't get tickets anymore, but you can watch the live stream at savannahjazzfest.org. So lots of cool stuff coming to the area. You can get all the information on our website, rock1061.com. All right, coming up after 7 o'clock, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. Have you ever wondered, is something you do is OCD? We want those stories now. We're going to help you figure it out, whether it is or not. So do you do something you think is OCD? Hit us up. Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. It's Kotter and Marshall, Rock 1061. That's not too bad. Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you, Charles, for dropping in your story about your possible OCD. Appreciate that, guys. Once again, as Kotter said, the question of the day is, have you ever wondered if something that you do is OCD? Tell us what you do that you think maybe is OCD, and we'll go ahead and go over it here. Top the 7 o'clock hour.
All right. Do you have a story for this?
Yeah, just a real small one.
Okay.
I got a text message at almost midnight last night.
Not from me.
Close. From our buddy Mike, and Mike was telling me about how great the POD show was last night. And I saw a bunch of pictures from some friends that were down there. So, yeah, we weren't able to make it down there, but we'll be at Candlebox on Tuesday.
Yeah. All right, I don't know if I'll delve into this story, but just the headline: Brian Danielson, who's a vegetarian, vegan, at least he was.
Okay.
When I eat an apple, I'm essentially eating tree sperm. Most fruits are semen. That's the headline.
Most fruits are semen?
Semen.
Okay, then.
Doesn't eat. Yeah, he's a full-on vegan. Doesn't eat eggs, cheese, but he does eat fruit, including an apple. To tend towards a vegan diet, and people say all sorts of things about vegan diet. I find it really fascinating that nobody really brings this up. If you're eating an apple, people say, oh, you kill plants. No, I don't really kill plants. When I eat an apple, the tree doesn't die. Essentially, I'm eating the tree's sperm. I'm eating the sperm. It's tree semen. That's how they reproduce other trees. Most fruits are semen. Real fruits are... How many times can you say semen in a damn interview? Real fruits are semen because they contain the seed inside of them. In theory, that has to be planted into the ground for another tree to grow.
This is a dude who's been hit on the head a lot.
Oh, a lot. A lot.
That dude's been hit on the head a lot. Oh, damn. Tony's throwing bullets at Charles this morning. Good for you guys.
Sorry, that's funny. I don't know what Charles said. I just saw Tony's response. I'm going to fire up some coffee.
Yeah, buddy. All right. So here in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to try out some of this Bud Light seltzer stuff. I don't think either Kotter or I are huge, seltzer fans, but we're going to try them out. Plus there's a pumpkin spice seltzer, and I've got to try that. I'm a big pumpkin spice guy, so I got to try everything that is pumpkin spice. Let's see. Charles says I would think fruits would be womb and embryo. This is like, honestly, I can't have this conversation unless I've smoked an entire joint, guys. Fruit being some sort of sperm, I have to be so high to have this conversation. I can't get into it this early in the morning. Let's see. Ooh, the Kraken 715. Thanks for joining in. Said I've been that way for a better part of 2 decades, Charles. Okay, all right. We'll talk about that. Also, once again, heads up, question of the day. Kraken, maybe you have a story that you want to share. Have you ever wondered if something that you do is OCD? Share a story with us, and we'll bring it up here top 7 o'clock hour. Good morning, Andrew. Tony says, I feel like seeds are considered more of a germ. I don't know. Like I said, and Kotter's back in the studio now. I have to be really high to have this conversation on whether an apple is sperm or whatever that wrestling guy said. I am just way too sober to have that conversation.
Chug a few seltzers will change that.
That's true. Yeah, I'll just high, sober. Yeah, just If I had some liquid courage in me or something, maybe I would have a more distinct pack. But it's too damn early in the morning for us to be talking about that.
Eternals, which is coming out November 5th, the first Marvel movie to receive a PG-13 rating.
Oh, because of all the rampant blowjobs?
Brief sexuality is what they're saying. Brief sexuality.
The nipple? Is there a nip in there? The MCU's first nip slip. Side boob, maybe?
I don't know. It says the full rating description says fantasy violence and action, some language, and brief sexuality. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to that, I guess, just because of some of the actors in it. I knew nothing about it. I don't know what the Eternals are, but I'm intrigued. Something different's kind of nice.
So tonight is Thursday night football. I'm actually excited to watch it because I can stay up and watch the whole damn game.
Oh, that's true.
Sadly, it's not the best game. It's the Panthers at Texans, I believe. Yeah, Panthers Texans tonight. Panthers are oddly good. They're frisky. They're 2-0. They've definitely got a very strong and somewhat intimidating hiss to them. Just like any good cat. But yeah, I'm kind of intimidated by the Panthers. Not only that, Tyrod Taylor, the starting quarterback for the Texans, he's out. He's out for this game. They're starting a rookie named David Mills. If you watched any highlights last week, you probably saw David Mills on your television, not because he threw a touchdown, because he took a blindside tackle so hard it hurt my soul when I watched it. I mean, he took the ball from under center, hiked it, went back like 3 steps, and he's a lefty, right? So it was the right-hand side of the line. He went back like 3 steps. He stood there, one potato, 2 potato, and just got demolished. Ball flies this way, complete turnover. He got like I haven't seen a guy get hit that hard in the NFL in quite some time. It was brutal, Kotter, just a brutal hit.
Nice.
And that's the guy that's starting. That's the guy that's starting this week. So definitely wouldn't start anyone on the Texans offense this week.
We've got, speaking of the NFL, the big guy is going to join us at the 9 o'clock hour. Break down several games over the weekend. Of course, we'll have him talk the Falcons. Take a look at Bucks and Rams, Packers, and 49ers. So, Hefe's picking new music today. Skillet, Surviving the Game, or new stuff from Bring Me the Horizon, Die For You.
Ooh, thanks for reminding me. I'm going to move his camera.
Okay.
Oh, MK Ultra One. Good morning, sir.
What up? So I guess no, we're not working. So today is our Friday. Weekend starts tomorrow. Outside of going to Southbound on Friday to check out some music, really don't have any plans. Maybe I could talk the wife into doubling up for some live music over the weekend and head over yonder on Saturday. Because they said they usually have, music 3 to 6?
Yeah, 3 or 4 they do over there.
All right, maybe head over there for that. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to Friday at Southbound. That'll be fun. Haven't seen a show at Southbound in a while.
And the weather will be nice, so you won't have to sweat your balls off.
Yeah, that'll be good. Hopefully, I don't know what they have on tap. They had their Oktoberfest celebration over the weekend, which looked like they had some nice beers there, but obviously couldn't make it. So maybe there's a few holdovers left. Sample some of that on Friday.
I would pretty much guarantee it.
Yeah, I would think. There's a couple beers. You'd tag me in something from Two Tides that look good. And then Service. I saw this the other day. Let me see if I can find it again. It's another one of their brewers release beers that I was interested in. Let me see. Where is it at here?
Just checking the Hefe cam real quick. Apologize, everyone.
So it's another brewers release number 10, Pina Colada Milkshake IPA.
I feel like that's something they've released in some form or fashion before.
I think they've done variants of the Milkshake IPA before. See, tropical, silky, and brewed with copious amounts of oats and milk sugar, then conditioned in a blend of fresh cut pineapple and coconut cream. Yes, please.
You know, that all sounds good, but usually those milkshake IPAs are not great.
I'm willing to give it a shot. Maybe I have to swing by. They don't open up at noon, though. Bummer. They need to open up early. It's like there's a brewery in when I was in Fayetteville, because I was looking for something because I knew my kid had like 4 hours of class from 1 to 5. So I'm like, I'm going to hit up some breweries. Most of them don't open until 4, even on a Friday. But one brave shining light in the dark of Fayetteville, Fossil Cove. Open up, pour beers at 7 o'clock in the morning.
7 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
I didn't get there until 1, but still. Or after 1. And well, it was like when I was in Austin 2 years ago for Austin City Limits.
Mm-hmm.
I hit up a bunch of breweries, and there's one like Lazarus Brewing that I'm like, I really want to go. Never was able to make it. Last day there, they open at 6 or 7 because they serve breakfast. They actually serve food.
Oh, okay.
But I messaged them. I'm like, can I grab a beer with my breakfast burrito? And they're like, yes, you can. Like, I'll see you tomorrow. So I went and grabbed a couple beers, the breakfast burrito, before I hopped on the plane. It was nice.
The Crack at 715 says, I like milkshake IPAs. I mean, like, look, with the milkshake IPAs, they are big time hit or miss. Sometimes they're really nice, sweet, and delicious. Sometimes they're just an amalgamation of just garbage. So they're really a 50-50 shot. Kraken says, I also am a fan of sours, though.
I do like sours.
I don't know. I think I enjoy imperial sours just because they have more of a less bitter sour taste to them.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of sours overall. I never really try to go out of my way to get one.
I like typical sours, ghosts, and stuff like that. But honestly, it's like my favorite, and you don't get them very often, is some of the stuff that you get like at the Funkatorium, where it's the barrel-aged sour. It's aged in like a red wine barrel or stuff like that. That stuff is so good, so good. But it's not something that it's not your typical sour.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Once again, our question of the day is: have you ever wondered if something that you do is OCD? Tell us what you do, and we'll try to figure out if you are or not. With everyone's help. Kotter, how do you want to start the break? We go back on the air here in about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, should we start with one of us, and then we can, talk about whether we're OCD?
Yeah. Why don't you start?
Okay.
I'm going to go with the story from Tony. Tony's got a great story.
Okay.
She actually sent us even a follow-up to her story that I'm not even going to touch. But Tony, I'm going to go over with you. I'm going to start with your story here, and we could probably dive into those.
Okay.
If you have...
There's a good one from Jen on Facebook if we want to do that for the second break.
Yeah, save that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Some of these are good, and I like it because it's kind of different examples. I get 2.5 minutes. I'm going to grab coffee real quick.
Thomas, I love that idea. Thomas on the chat said, I don't drink beer straight up. Scotch for me, please. Y'all should do once a month whiskey/bourbon review. Love that idea. Would love to do that. Definitely. Even if it was just on the stream, man, I would love to do a once a month and have a master distiller come in and kind of teach us, some stuff about that. But definitely, it's been an idea that's been brought up with us before. All right, guys, we're going to get into our story, our question of the day. After that, we'll play some trivia for some Jacksonville Jaguars tickets. They're going to be playing this coming Sunday. I think they have the early game. I'm going to triple check that. But I believe it's the early game down in Jacksonville versus the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, taking on the Arizona Cardinals 1 o'clock game.
Nice.
Is that a ticket transfer because you set that up?
Yeah, that's how. I'm sure that's all it's going to be. We'll probably need name, number, and email address.
Okay.
And then
are we transferring tickets or
we'll probably send them their info. I'm still waiting to hear, but I'm guessing it'll just be send them the info and they'll do it from there. I will say, Jacksonville Jaguars, I know we're close, awesome to work with. Nothing against Carolina Panthers, it was fine. But Jacksonville, I mean, it's like, hey, we got extra tickets. You want them? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great partners.
Tony says the Prohibition Museum does a bourbon and tequila tasting. They may be a good resource to have on if you do it. Yeah, no, I know some of the guys that are down there at the museum. Good buddy Jason works down there. Thomas says there's a monthly subscription for the whiskey. Oh, yeah, I saw that before. They should get A-Dub to buy it. A-Dub is throwing around some money right now.
That's true. Maybe we can sneak it in.
I think I spent about, $3,000 yesterday. So
nice. All right, guys, be right back. Have you ever wondered if something you do is OCD? Tell us what it is, and we're going to use our completely untrained professional amateur/opinions to determine whether or not it is OCD. Be sure to jump on the stream today. Watch the show, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch while you're there. Like, follow, and subscribe. All right, now, call, comment, and text. Have you ever wondered if something that you do is OCD? What is it? We're going to break it down. We're going to determine whether it is OCD or not.
Okay.
Now, I don't have full on a bunch of things where I'm washing my hands 20 times a day and making sure everything's lined up perfectly, but I do have a couple things that no matter where I'm at, what I'm doing, I've always got to check. One is the alarms on my phone when I have to get up. So now every day, having to get up at 3 o'clock, to get here by 4 to get everything ready for the show. So I will go through before I go to bed. It doesn't matter the time. Mm-hmm. It could be, I go to bed early at 9 and go to bed late at midnight. I will check the alarms on my phone 3 to 5 times. And it's not just looking at my phone, make sure the alarms are on, because I can see that they're on. Not good enough for me. Go through off on, off on, off on. All right, next one, off on, off on. And I have 5 alarms set.
You have to turn it on and off 3 times?
I turn it on and off just because for whatever reason, seeing the green light saying it's on, not enough.
Right.
And I have to hit it multiple times just to make sure my alarm is set. I'm not going to oversleep the show. The other thing I do, locking a door. And it's not car doors. It's not anything like that. It's like house doors, hotel doors, stuff like that. I will lock multiple times. If I don't do that and I get in my car, I'll be like, you know what? I didn't lock it, unlock it. I got to get out and check it. But those are really the only 2 things that I can think of. So it's not like, I'm trapped in this, personal prison of OCD, making everything straight. But just a couple things that if I don't do, it really bothers me.
You've got some slight OCD there. I won't say you got full-blown OCD.
Right.
I would say on a scale of 1 to 5, you've got 2.1 OCD on the scale of OCD, which I'm sure is a very medical way of determining if you have OCD or not. Yeah, that's like if you just did it once and then you're like, oh, did I go and do that and like do it again? But you doing it multiple times, the exact same moment. Yeah, that leads me to believe you have a bit of OCD. You got like 2.1 out of 5 OCDs.
That's fair. I'll accept
on the
that.
OCD scale of supremacy, Kotter. Yeah, that's slightly concerning. Now, did it start later in life? Have you always been this way?
With those two things, yes. I mean, with the alarm, yeah. I mean, it's not like I have to, if I don't need to get up, I don't have an alarm, no big deal. Mm-hmm. But when I'm like, with the show where if like I'm not up and, if I'm not here, it's bad. So then if there's something on the line, I'm checking that alarm multiple times. I've been that way for years. I mean, as long as I think I can remember.
Okay.
So, I mean, back in the day when I was in high school, before you had the phone and you just had an old school alarm clock, making sure that thing, and I'll check it and hit the button and check it and hit the button for years.
Huh. Yeah. I now I feel like I'm under preparing myself because every day I look once and I'm like, and I'll look like sometimes at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, oh, is my alarm on for tonight? Cool. And then I just go to bed and never think of it.
Even if I would do it at 2 in the afternoon, I'd have to check it before I go to sleep.
Yeah. Crazy. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on. Once again, our question of the day is, have you ever wondered if something that you do is OCD? Tell us what you do, and we'll try to determine your OCD-ness, probably on a scale of 1 to 5.
I think that's
like we did Kotter. Yeah. All right. Tony has a story here on the stream that we need to get to, Kotter. She says, I used to have a lot of OCD tendencies to include all items in the fridge and pantry have to face label forward. I don't know. Is that a big thing for you?
It's a lot of work. No. a lot of work.
Well, if you worked at a grocery store, you wouldn't have any issues with that.
Fair enough,
And honestly, I don't think I have that one. She goes, all DVDs, CDs, and books have to be in alphabetical order. Nope. I didn't have that one either.
No.
They have to all point forward, label out.
100% there. But no, alphabetical order, once again, too much work.
She says, my closet was color and season organized to include shoes. Wow. That is so much work.
So she said that she used to do this?
So she said I used to have a lot of OCD tendencies, but here's my belief. She feels like she probably broke one of them. Maybe she doesn't do like the label out stuff on the kitchen stuff, but she has to do the rest of these. You just don't quit being OCD.
Yeah, that's weird. That would be weird to stop doing all of it.
Yeah.
Man, so if you're going to rate this on a scale of 1 to 5, I mean, I can't go full on 5 because I mean, there's going to be people who do a lot more than just that. But that's a lot.
And here's the thing. She continues on, but we'll stop there.
Oh, is there more?
No, there's more. We could stop. Trust me. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 3.7 out of 5 on the OCD scale of supremacy.
Yeah, I was going to go 3.75. So right there with you. That is a lot of time in your day eaten up by trying to make sure things are in order.
Yeah, and she mentions, rotating dry goods. And then she even mentions there are many more.
So is 3.7 and 3.75 low?
Just out of respect for Tony, we're going to stop at 3.7, 3.75 maybe on the OCD scale of supremacy. Yes, you have a bit of the OCD, Tony.
Have you ever wondered if something you do is OCD? Hit us up. Let us know about it now. 800-394-1061. Call, comment, and text. More of your stories next. Here's the Pretty Reckless. Only love can save me now. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Let's see. Oh, good morning, Rhett. Kraken, thank you. He goes, y'all had a question for Rhett about the Mountain Dew felon. Rhett, have you ever arrested someone for, let's say, just less than $1 of, like, crime? So, like, has anyone ever, like, stolen a candy bar, and have you had to arrest them? So there was a story we did earlier today in regards to someone who stole a Mountain Dew bottle, and he didn't pay 43 cents of the $2.43. Good morning, Jeremy.
Thomas, I'm OCD about my joints and blunts. Want them to look as good as they smoke.
Hey, man, don't steal those. I'm going to use them later.
Sorry, but that was just funny.
The Kraken says, going back to what you were saying, Kotter, with your phone, he goes, I do that with the silent key on my phone. LOL. Somehow, don't trust what the screen says.
I don't know what it is. Right there with you, man. On and off, on and off. It's just that fear that eventually I'm going to oversleep the show. Eventually, I will do it.
It's going to. No one's perfect. It'll happen. Guaranteed.
It'll be a sheer sense of panic when I wake up like at 6:05 and I'm like, oh!
I think when I do it, because I know I'm going to eventually do it, I'm just going to laugh.
Okay, here's the question. So how late in the game, and now if it won't get too late because one of us is going to realize the other one's not here, we're going to call. Say by miracle happenstance, we both oversleep same morning. Say you wake up at 6, coming in for the show. Say you wake up at 7:30. You just kind of go, I missed half of it. Go back to bed.
I guess it would just really depend on what time I woke up.
Yeah.
If I woke up like at 8:30 and there's only an hour and a half left of the show, I'd be like, dude, I ain't making it. What if I woke up at like 6:05?
Yeah.
The show just started. I'd be like, I'll be there by 7.
Ooh, here you go, Rhett. Unfortunately, yes. Shoplifting is shoplifting. The premise wants to press charges, then I'm obligated to enforce the law.
There you go. So you've had instances of actually having to arrest people for like 20 cents before.
Rhett, I don't know if the story was a guy went in and basically thought there was a deal in Mountain Dew, got a bottle, threw down $1.50. It was actually, or he threw down $2. He thought it was $1.50. It was actually $2.43. And it was 43 cents is what he owed. They called the cops. They arrested him. The third strike, but his first 2 strikes were very minor. Tank of gas and shoes valued at about $40. But they're saying he could face up to 7 years in prison.
He's a multiple offender too. I mean, he's been arrested for 2 other like petty theft crimes, weed. It doesn't seem like he's a real offender. Or
yeah. He's not a big time crook. Thomas, my body wakes up on its own simply from having the same schedule for so long. I get that. There are times where I'll wake up before my alarm, and then there's other times where I don't. Mine is not consistent enough to rely on that.
All right, so I've got mine. We're about 90 seconds out from going back on the air. I've got mine. I've got ones from Sean, Charles, and Eric. Ooh, Eric does one that's super relatable.
Okay. We've got Jen's here. Do you want to do yours and then Jen's, or?
Yeah, let's do 3 on this break.
Okay. Yours, Jen's. Then you have. Pick another one they got over there.
Okay.
All right, we got about 40 seconds.
All right, so what we'll do is I'll do mine, and I'm going to bring up Eric's quickly after.
Okay.
You go into Jen's, and then we'll do Charles.
Okay.
After that, we'll go out on Charles, and then we'll keep the last break. Let's look for text messages. I'm sure we'll probably get some.
Yeah, I got one from Salsa Mark. All right, guys, be right back. We're taking your calls, comments, and texts today, 800-394-1061. Have you ever wondered if something you do is OCD? Tell us what it is, and we're basically rating it on a scale of OCD supremacy, 1 to 5. So far, Tony, the leader in the clubhouse, with about a 3.7, 3.75.
Yeah, so let's continue on. I don't think I'm terribly OCD, but I'm sure my wife would say something much, much harsher and different than me. But I think one of the biggest things I like to do is, because I primarily do the dishes in my house, is I have to have my silverware line up. So in the silverware drawer, you open it up, you got your knives, got your forks. Like, I need my spoons to be all stacked up in a precise way, and I share the same kind of slot for the silverware for regular spoons and then the large spoons,
sure.
Tablespoons or teaspoons, whatever they're called. They both share the same little area. So I got to make sure they're kind of lined up and they fit the way I like them to fit. And I do that for all of my silverware. I don't know. They have to be stacked a precise way. If they fall over, I hate it. and I have to change it back, and they have to be straight. And I just like that. And of course, in my older age, I grew up and I had like hand-me-down silverware sets and dinnerware sets, and I had like 4 different styles of plates, but I had like 27 plates. And in my older age, it's really bothered me. So I've gotten rid of all of them, and I've bought the same set like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I'd have enough plates if I had a large dinner party in my house, but they're all exactly the same. I don't know. I just kind of like everything to kind of look alike and be in the same kind of group together, not like an orange plate, a white plate, a paper plate. I don't want any of that stuff. It has to be all the same. So I guess I've gotten a little bit more OCD the older I've gotten.
So next time I come to your house, I'm just going to go to your silverware drawer and just open it and shut it, just shake everything up real nice.
I'm going to take my beautifully flat black silverware, which I recently bought, and they're beautiful. Right. I'm going to stab you. Now, I'm not the only person when it comes to this whole kitchenware thing, when it comes to OCD. And I'm going to go ahead and give myself, just so you know, I'm going to grade myself too. I'm going to say 2.3 out of 5. I'm probably 2.3 out of 5 when it comes to the OCD stuff. I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing in my life, but I'm going to go ahead and put myself there.
I was going to go 1.8 with the silverware on you, but if there's more, I'm happy to change that.
Yeah, well, once again, yeah. But when it comes to dishwares and silverwares, Eric actually chimed in on the stream. He said, I wash my dishes before I put them in the dishwasher. I've been told it's OCD. Hand up, I do that same thing, and my wife yells at me. She's like, why do you, she goes, you just put it covered with food. I'm like, no, you don't. I go, you wash it off. That's why you got the garbage disposal. You turn that on. Then you put in a mostly clean dish. You're not trying to make your dishwasher overwork itself. Clean, full of food.
Now, is that an OCD thing or just, once again, try not to clog your dishwasher?
I don't know.
That's the question.
I don't know. According to Eric's people, says that he's OCD, but I do that same thing. So maybe I'm more OCD than I think.
See, I don't look at that as OCD. I just look at that as, I'm respecting my dishwasher.
Good manners. Good silverware and dish manners.
So you said Eric was doing that. I'm going to give Eric a 1. Yeah. I mean, just a 1. I mean, I don't think that's overly OCD or anything.
No, I don't think so.
Jen, however, hit us up on Facebook. She said, everything on my bureau has to be evenly spaced and not crooked. If it has a front, the front needs to face out to the front exactly. Not even slightly turned. Drives me nuts if it's not exactly front or has been moved close to another item. I know I'm OCD when it comes to things and how they're placed. My husband tells me that all the time.
Do you think she has like a way of lining them up? She's like a laser pointer where she like makes it exactly like front facing, or is it all eyeballing it?
She didn't until now when he brought it up, and she's like, oh, dear Lord.
I mean, there's so many technological advances. I mean, if you really want to go full force with your OCD, you should make your husband buy a little like laser pointer, thing that makes sure everything's on the level.
Take that OCD game up to another level, man. I'm going to go, I'm going to go 2.9 on Jen. I think this is definitely an OCD tendency. Something tells me there's more there, too. She's not telling us everything.
She said everything on her bureau has to be evenly spaced and not crooked. I mean, is it like those Precious Moments dolls?
Probably.
Because at that point, you're not OCD. You're possibly a serial killer. Yeah, I'm just throwing that out there because those are disturbing.
All right. What are your OCD tendencies? Hit us up. Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061.
Oh, sorry. I have one more. I apologize. I was just highlighting one to get rid of, but that's a good one. All right, here's one more we have for you coming from the stream. Charles says, I won't say I've been diagnosed OCD, but as I've gotten older, I've definitely become more ritualistic. He's just changing the word of OCD to ritualistic.
I love that.
Yeah, all right, let's continue. Wallet, keys, knife, dip, all have to be in the proper pockets and put in the exact same spot when I disrobe. Gross. Morning routine is the same. Doing the yard is the same. OCD, or maybe it's just my college major that makes me strive for efficiency. Probably OCD, because it just really makes me mad when something I don't control changes one of my routines.
Okay.
See, knowing Charles, like we do, who's a member of our horde who watches us live on the stream every day, boy, oh boy. I mean, what do you say on the OCD scale of supremacy, Kotter?
It's tough. I felt Tony's was a little bit more demanding, a little bit more time-consuming.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could put him up to 3.75, but there's definitely something there. I'm going to go 3.5.
I'm going to go guys being boys right here. I think this is pretty standard.
Okay.
Phone wallet keys. Adam Sandler wrote a song about this. I'm just going to give him I'll give him a standard 2.5 out of 5.
All right. What are your OCD tendencies? Give us a call. Let us know. You can also comment and text 800-394-1061. More of your stories next. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Let's see. Thomas says, I'm also OCD about my bag of weed when I get it. I always save the biggest and best looking buds for last. I like that. Smoking the loose stuff first. Tony says, Marshall, I know you are not a cider fan, but Chance, did you try any Urban Orchard when you went to Asheville? I did not. I'm not super familiar with that brand either. Sean goes, phone wallet keys, got to tap each pocket 2 or 3 times and say it as I touch each item. Now that's OCD, man. Yeah, that's a big thing. I always have to have my stuff on me. So I wear a sling bag because I usually carry a bunch of stuff as like backup. So I have a gray sling bag that I've worn for years, and I have like jump drives in it because I don't know why I always need a jump drive. It's been better ever since I started using Google Drive a lot more. But
yeah.
I have jump drives, and then I have like just in case stuff like a toothbrush because you never know when you have something stuck in your teeth, and floss. I've got like lotion just in case the skin's dry. I carry like spare paper and spare masks and stuff in my sling bag. Vitamins and stuff I take every single morning. So I keep stuff in there just in case. But I guess that would be my OCD-ness. But I got to make sure that my wallet's in there every morning.
Yeah.
Because every night I take my wallet, I put it in my bag, I put my keys in my bag. So when I leave in the morning, I could literally just walk right through my house to my garage, grab my keys out of my bag, and see my wallet in there. And then I always have my phone in my pocket. So I hear you.
We'll probably bypass the song in the middle here.
Okay.
So we're going to come out. We'll come out at the stop set with the song, come out after that song, but we'll probably end this and then go right into the solicit for trivia.
Okay.
So, because I think time-wise we'll need to.
She goes, thanks, it's local tap house up there. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there before, Tony. Chapstick. Ooh, I used to carry chapstick around with me a lot until I left it in my car a bunch and it just melted all over the place. So chapstick is always in the house type of item for me.
I don't know. I use chapstick when I absolutely need to, but I'm just not a fan of it.
Kraken. Purse is a shorter word. I know. I pretty much wear a purse. I get it.
I got a couple more texts too.
Why don't you mess with those and I'll take care of. I've got a couple things on the stream and I got some stuff on Facebook that I'll take care of as well.
Cool.
Red says suspects will also do that. If you watch their body language, they will often touch their baggie of weed or the gun in their waistband. Oh,
check and make sure it's there.
Right.
Yeah.
When they see the 5-0. Sean, I don't know why. I think it's more of a female thing. Girls are a lot more OCD when it comes to chapstick. My wife, she needs chapstick on her person pretty much 90% of the time. If we're leaving the house, she needs that and like 2 aspirin and a Tums in her pockets at all times, just in case.
A Boy Scout, be prepared. That's an interesting one. Huh. All right. Yeah, I got 2. Salsa Marks isn't worth it. But I got 2 other texts we can go with.
I'm gonna do Lenny's here. It's about gas.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Dana has a good one that I'll bring up. Something we haven't really brought up yet. Jim has a good one. All good, Kraken. You're good, man. All right, guys, coming up here in just a few moments after we wrap up our call-in segment here, we are going to go right into trivia. The person that plays us will win tickets automatically to go see the Jacksonville Jaguars take on the Arizona Cardinals. 1 o'clock game this coming Sunday. The Cardinals are on fire. They're 2-0, man.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray is a beast. He won me fantasy football last year. He literally just won me a championship pretty much by himself. Trust me, I know this because the rest of my team didn't do shit. I'm looking forward to this game. I kind of want to go myself, but I can't get myself off the couch for that specific game.
I'll head down for a game eventually, and I thought about, I was like, oh my God, so many extra tickets, maybe this Sunday, but I'm like, no, I want to do nothing. It's gonna be a long, I think, next couple of weeks. So then it's October next week, man. Holy crap! My kid next Monday. Let me see. No, the following Monday. So in a week from Sunday, my kid will be 21 years old.
Ella will?
Keith.
Oh, okay.
21. Ugh. It's numbers like that make me feel old.
Just not the age on your driver's license?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, honestly.
You technically wore that 27 minutes too long, and that's why you need to take that off.
That's fair. No, it's weird. My age doesn't necessarily make me feel old. It's other people when they hit ages that make me feel old. So it's like, yeah, my oldest turning 21, that hits me weird. When my brother turned 21, that was weird. So it's like stuff like that.
So it was our buddy Jake's birthday just yesterday. How old did Jake turn?
I don't know. 30-ish?
No, he's
close.
I think he's 30 or 31 now. I forget.
All right, we got about 3 minutes. Yeah, Dennis, I agree. I mean, I think it's cool. Unfortunately, he's in Ohio, so I probably won't see him until Christmas. So yeah, that part's weird. Yeah, both of my kids now with school will celebrate their birthdays at school. So that's sad.
Dion Sanders just hit the operating table, not because of anything like unexpected. It's actually kind of a gross picture. So apparently, he had a toe that was dislocated since his playing days.
What?
Football playing days. And he underwent surgery to have his toe fixed. Sorry, I just saw the story. Gross. He's expected to be on a scooter for the next 6 weeks as his foot heals. He's, I believe, currently still coaching Mississippi State football, too. So he'll be, hopefully, on the sidelines of the scooter. That will be an incredible video. I want to see that.
That is pretty good. How do you not get that fixed? I mean, how long has he been out of the league?
Quite some time.
Right? How do you not get that fixed sooner?
The early 10s.
You got the money.
Dennis says you should take a road trip. Oh, today's Brock's birthday. Happy birthday to Brock.
Oh, nice. Yeah, happy birthday, Brock. We're actually for my son's 21st birthday, my wife and I be going to watch Hamilton in Jacksonville. So that's how we'll celebrate.
Sorry, that was Dion Sanders on the operating room table, screaming in the background. All right, guys, we're less than a minute out. We're going to wrap up our call-in segment. Once again, our call-in segments. What's something that you do that you think is OCD? We're obviously letting you guys know and using our very scientific way of letting you know how OCD you are. Yeah, I don't know. Rhett. I don't know. Maybe just how old is Dion? Maybe he's just trying to get his body back in order. He's just getting to that age where he's like, you know what? I actually should get some of this stuff fixed after playing sports for so long.
Got about 30 seconds.
After we do trivia, I'll go grab the seltzers.
Okay. Just want to go back and forth on this?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start. How many do you got?
I could have up to 3 or 4.
Okay. I've got 2. So. All right, guys. Be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. Calls, comments, and texts today. Have you ever wondered if something you do is OCD? taking those stories and then rating it on a scale of 1 to 5. Just how OCD is it? Got a text from Brittany. She goes, I don't know if it's OCD, but if I use a bathroom with a shower curtain, I have to check behind it twice.
Twice?
I just don't want to be caught by a murderer or a ghost with my pants down.
Wait, so is this her coming out of the shower?
No. Her going in to use the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
So she's like at somebody's house.
Every single time.
Yeah, at somebody's house, goes in to use the restroom. There's a shower in the bathroom. Got to check behind the curtain.
You know
twice.
What? Hand up, that's something of my OCD as well. So every day I come home from work, my wife, obviously, she leaves after I do. She'll take a shower in the morning. She'll leave the shower curtain open.
Right.
I hate that. I close the shower curtain.
Yeah, I get that.
So
I like my shower curtain closed.
Yeah, I want it closed. And
Yeah.
you know what? Every time I do not check. So I guess I always give myself a small chance of getting murdered. So
That's true.
Maybe Brittany's the genius here.
All right, so on a scale of 1 to 5 with Brittany, I'm going 1. I'll go 1-1.
I don't know.
1.1.
I mean, she feels like she's going to get murdered by a ghost or serial killer, and also she checks twice. I'm going to go a lot higher. I'm going to go 2.8 out of 5 on the OCD scale of supremacy. How about this one, Kotter? We got a comment here on our Facebook page. Once again, to make sure to follow us on our Facebook page, The Kotter and Marshall Show. Lenny says, I know it's OCD. When pumping gas, I have to end it on an even dollar. I have pumped a whole extra dollar in the tank because it rolled over to 1 cent over the dollar before.
So here's my question. What if you hit the point where your tank is full? You can't put anything in. I mean, are you just dumping it on the ground to get to that even number?
No, you just put it in the back seat to use later. Yeah, it just soaks up right there, and you just squeeze it out.
This is a big thing for a lot of people. I think a lot of people want to hit that even number.
It's just more of a game. I never took it as like an OCD thing.
Right.
I used to do that, I think, when I first got a car. I'm like, oh, this is fun, pumping gas, driving around, that's fun. Now it's just a big hassle. I just don't care.
So what on the scale of OCD supremacy?
Ooh, that's a good one. Not as high as Brittany, who's possibly getting murdered behind shower curtains with ghosts and murderers. I'm flat 2 for me, 2 out of 5, right?
Okay, I'm going to go 1.75.
Okay.
1.75. All right, we got another text. This one was kind of like what Tony was going through. So I have to have the labels facing forward when it comes to canned goods. But they also have to be alphabetical, and that goes with books and magazines. Any of the kids' toys, everything is alphabetical, labels facing out. And my cans have to be separated with a can space in between.
How big is your house?
That's a good question. That is a big pantry.
Or do you just allow only like 3 canned items in your house at once? Why can't they touch each other?
You got to have a can space. I mean, a can.
Do they not get along?
Maybe not. There's a little hatred in the pantry.
Is there can fights? When you close the door. Wow, this is pretty high on the OCD scale of supremacy, don't you think?
I agree, because you're throwing in the alphabetical side of things. Everything's things that have to be spaced out properly. I'm going to go 3.6.
Oof, I'm going to go 4.
Really?
Yeah, that's too far. That's too far. You're a bit crazy there. I mean, it was fine until you said the space between every can.
Right.
And then I thought, yep, that's OCD world. All right, Kotter, I got another one here. How about Jim, once again from our Facebook page, saying, I have to pull into a driveway evenly with any other vehicle there, and I get mad if a vehicle shows up later and parks funky.
So what if you pull into a parking lot that has like the diagonal parking spaces? Is that drive you up the wall?
I don't know. I don't think it does. I think he just likes everything kind of in that ticky-tacky type of road type of situation. I sort of agree with that. But at the same time, that is completely OCD, 100%. We need to grade this out. Kotter, what do you think?
Oh, man. No, I agree. Because if you are banking on other people to park straight to keep your OCD from driving up the wall, I'm sorry. How do you get through your day? That's asking a lot. I'm going to go. This one's weird. I know it's like Tony and some of the other ones had more things, but this one to me is a little bit different. I'm going to go 3.8 on this.
Yeah, I'm going to go a little lower. I'm going to go 3.5 out of the OCD scale of supremacy as we grade you guys. One quick one, Kotter.
Yeah.
Dana, I have to put my shoes on left, then right.
Really?
Murder, right? Like it's not. This isn't an OCD thing. Like you murder people for a living.
Maybe.
Yeah, we need to. We'll send the FBI your information.
All right. Thank you guys for chiming in on what you think you might have some OCD with. If you want to continue to do so, please feel free to comment and text 800-394-1061. But right now, we need somebody to call in because we got to play Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl.
And the prize today is pretty incredible. The Jacksonville Jaguars are at home this weekend down in Jacksonville, taking on the undefeated Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, the entire crew. We are going to hook someone up with a pair of tickets to go check out that game right now. First caller in, guarantee wins the tickets. Then you just play trivia against one of us. 1-800-394-1061.
Rock 1061, who's this?
Robbie.
Robbie?
Yep.
All right, cool, man. Who do you want to take on today in trivia? Myself, Kotter, or Marshall?
I'll take on Marshall.
Cool.
All right, man. Let me get everything ready. 7 questions, 60 seconds. Your time will start as soon as I finish question number 1. If you don't know the answer to a question, feel free to pass. If we've got time at the end, we'll come back to it, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. The Beatles formed in 1960 in what English city?
Pass on that.
Okay. What is the largest living species of penguin? Is it the emperor penguin or the Galapagos penguin?
Emperor Penguin.
That is correct. In what city did the first season of MTV's Real World take place?
Ooh, New York.
That is correct. What animal is featured on the logo for the Ferrari?
A horse.
That is correct. Boxing icon Manny Pacquiao recently said he's going to run for president of what country in 2022? Is it the Philippines or Thailand?
Philippines.
That is correct. What actress starred in such classic romantic comedies as Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, and When Harry Met Sally?
Oh, pass.
Okay. What famous French cathedral that was damaged in a fire will reopen in 2024?
The Notre Dame Cathedral.
Correct. All right, a little bit of time left. The Beatles formed in 1960 in what English city?
London.
Incorrect, but good round, man. Good round. Marshall? Robbie got 5 out of 7.
Oh, good Lord, Robbie.
5
Jesus Christ,
out
man.
of 7.
What are you doing to me?
All right, Robbie, hang tight. Don't go anywhere. We're going to put Marshall to the test, see how he does. 7 questions, 60 seconds. Got to get 5 out of 7 to beat Robbie. Here we go. Question number 1. The Beatles formed in 1960 in what English city?
Liverpool.
That is correct. What is the largest living species of penguin? Is it the emperor penguin or the Galapagos penguin?
Ooh, Emperor?
That is correct. What city did the first season of MTV's Real World take place?
Oh, that's a great question. New York.
That is correct. What animal is featured on the logo of the Ferrari?
A horsey?
That is correct. Boxing icon Manny Pacquiao recently said he's going to run for president of what country in 2022? The Philippines or Thailand?
Philippines.
That is correct. What actress starred in such classic romantic comedies as Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, and When Harry Met Sally?
Ooh, the best human being ever created, Tom Hanks.
Incorrect.
Oh, really?
Actress. What famous French cathedral that was damaged in a fire will reopen in 2024?
I believe it's pronounced Notre Dame.
That is correct. That is a solid 6 out of 7. All right, Robbie, Marshall got you by 1, but it doesn't matter. You're still getting tickets for the Jacksonville Jaguars this Sunday.
Nice.
All right, Robbie, just hold on the line for us. Cotter's going to gather your number. As soon as we get your number, we will call you after the show today, and we'll get you all the information you need to go check out the Jags and the Cardinals this coming Sunday in Jacksonville.
All right.
All right. Yeah, we're cool. All right, man, we got your number. So, we'll give you a call, and basically you'll probably get an email from the Jags later on, and it'll be the tickets that way.
Okay.
All right, cool, man. Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it.
All right.
All right, see ya.
Have a good one.
You too.
Go over correct answers, Cotter.
Correct answers for today's round of trivia. The Beatles, yes, they formed in the lovely city of Liverpool. The largest living species of penguins is the emperor penguin. New York was the home of the very first season of The Real World. It is a horsey on the logo of the Ferrari. Manny Pacquiao running for president of the Philippines in 2022. What actress starred in such classic romantic comedies as Sleepless in Seattle, You Got Mail, and When Harry Met Sally? Meg Ryan.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what famous French cathedral that was damaged in a fire will reopen in 2024? That is Notre Dame. All right, we're back on Monday. Are you smarter than a community college dropout trivia? New time, 7:30. Your chance to win. Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl, Rock 106.1.
Andrew Thomas, swear to God, you said actor. I know, I swear to God, I thought you said actor.
I might have. My bad. It doesn't matter. You won. You crushed him.
By one.
Yes. All right, guys, we'll be right back.
All right, guys, back on the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us there. While Kotter edited that up, Charles goes, y'all have really upped the standards for the trivia game. Have gone from $10 gift cards, some food truck, to NFL tickets. Bravo. I was just chiming in with, it's good to know people.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, guys, with that win on my record goes to 42 wins, 7 losses, and 8 ties. Kotter and I are tied on wins. Kotter's record, he has 42 wins, 8 losses, and 4 ties. At the end of the year, we're going to reset our records. We'll go back to just zeros once January hits, which I feel is going to feel like it's going to be tomorrow.
I know, right?
Year's definitely rolling through nice and quick. All right, once again, thank you guys for hanging out with us here on the Kotter and Marsh Show. Roning. We are currently running Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia, which you heard live here on the stream. We're playing that back on the air. We like to edit that up and add in sound effects and stuff, and we play it back. That's why we do that. Coming up here at top of the 8 o'clock hour, we are going to quiz Kotter in the face. Quizzing Kotter in the face.
Ready.
Got a quiz set up for him. It's I think it's the first quiz I've ever used sounds for, like audio for.
100%.
You've done music. You've done music quizzes before with me.
Yep.
But I don't know if you've really done anything outside of that. Have you?
For what? I did. I've done a couple where it was audio was something you had to figure out. But majority has been music, yes.
Okay.
No, I look forward to it. I am ready.
Yeah, this quiz in the face has a bit of a story behind it, so we'll tell the story real quick, and then we'll get into it once again. The audio I play you will be less than 5 seconds, which I'm sure you saw when I sent you the audio to upload this morning. I have his information. Do you just want me to gather the rest of it that we talked about, and then you want me to send it to you? Is that how you want
that'd be
the
fine.
ticket redemption to go?
Yeah, that'd be
for
fine.
this. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say I think it's just phone number and first, last name, and email.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my 8 o'clock. Perfect. All right. Okay. Good to go. How much time we got before we? We got a while, don't we?
Yeah, we've got a little bit because we're still got 2 minutes left of this song. We've got 4-ish minutes of trivia, some commercials, and then how did that go away?
How about this? I'm gonna run and use the restroom real quick, and then on the way back, after I wash my hands, I will definitely grab ourselves those seltzers, and then we can maybe dive into one of those.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a good idea. All right, thank you guys for hanging out today. Appreciate it. About ready to wrap up the second hour of the show. Just a reminder, no stream tomorrow as we're out having a boat day with fellow employees. Maybe we'll post some pictures. Maybe. I'm going to move that. Sorry, once again, I can't do stuff without talking to myself. I don't know why, but it's just me. Where should I put that? We'll go there. All right, there we go. All right, so 8 o'clock hour, we'll do some of the seltzers, the taste test live on the stream. I'm going to get quizzed in the face. We got Hefe, the new music beta fish. He's going to select something from Skillet called Surviving the Game or Bring Me the Horizon and Die for You. Also going to talk about the favorite chicken nuggets or the best chicken nuggets from restaurants. If you got a go-to place where you like to get some chicken nuggets at, hit us up in the chat. We'll see if you guys line up with this list that was put together. Top of the 9 o'clock hour, the big guy is going to break down several NFL games. We're going to talk airplane habits. Just flew this past weekend. Going to be flying again here in a couple weeks. So we'll do some airplane habits. And then Marshall's Music News. We'll wrap up the show for a Thursday. We also do fantasy football. Yes, Thomas. So we do stardoms and situms, but we do it every Wednesday now to kick off the 8 o'clock hour since we have the big guy on every Thursday. We'll talk about our fantasy football league occasionally on the air. We'll be doing more of that on the stream. But yeah, stardoms and situms we do every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I wish my team was doing better. Speaking of fantasy football. I am 0-2 in one league, the Money League, which sucks. And then I am 1-1 in the Kotter and Marshall League, so not off to a stellar start. And I made the finals championship in the side league last year. This league, this year's been rough. As of now, I'm picked to win this weekend in the Kotter and Marshall League. The other league, let me see. It has been rough in that one. Hey, I'm picked to win. I need a win. Bring it on. A lot of questionable players this weekend. That's not good. We'll see. All right, Thomas. Chicken nuggets go Zaxby's, Chick-fil-A, and McDonald's. I'll be honest. I mean, I've had like a Zaxby's chicken sandwich, which is good. I've never had Zaxby's chicken nuggets. Holly, that's awesome. I talk to myself too. My husband gets mad because he thinks I'm talking to him and he can't hear me. Yeah, whenever I'm at work and doing stuff, I always talk to myself. I think it's just a sign of, old age or craziness. I don't know. But that's funny, Holly. My wife will do that occasionally. It's like she'll be working. Kind of the same thing with me. She'll be working and talking. I'm like, are you talking to me? Do I need to pay attention? And a lot of times just, no, it's fine. I'm like, perfect. I think I'm definitely going to have to go check out this beer. I'm so intrigued by it. This milkshake, Pina Colada milkshake from Service. Going to have to figure out a time to swing by. Maybe Friday, since we'll be going down to Southbound anyway. I haven't been to any brewery in a while. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. It was in Fayetteville, and I hit up a couple. Sorry, that story's good. I'm going to save that one for Wheel of Florida. That's just too good to give up. Okay, going to wait till Marshall's in for that because that's right up his alley. When Marshall gets back, we're going to, I think, crack open and try one of the Bud Light seltzers. And it's nothing against Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch. Seltzers in general are just not my thing, but definitely intrigued by the fall flannel pack. 4 different seltzers. Got a maple pear. There's a toasted marshmallow. There's a pumpkin spice, I believe. And then there's one more, and I can't think of what it is. Apple crisp. There you go. All right, Marshall, bringing them in. I do like the artwork on the can since it's the fall flannel pack, though. All of them come decked in flannel, so that is actually pretty cool. Yeah, I get it. So do we want to start with what we assume is going to be the worst one?
Which one do you think is going to be the worst one?
The maple pear, right? Or maple pear, right? Yeah, I don't know. That toasted marshmallow is weird, but I don't like pears.
Toasted marshmallow is trash. Apple crisp, apple flavored trash. Yeah, let's start one right now. Why
okay.
Not? Let's see, where are we at? Let's go with maple pear. Yeah.
All right, Holly, we're talking about chicken nuggets, so we got that coming up. So I asked people to drop in their favorite. Holly's like Buffalo Wild Wings. Pooler has good chicken, so y'all come out and see me at work.
I was gonna say, don't you work there?
So let me ask this question: do you know Jake Thompson by name when he walks in? I know the one over here by the radio station. It's like his cheers. He walks into B-Dubs and they're like, Jake! So I didn't know if that is extended out to other area Buffalo Wild Wings. Hello, Elaine.
Good morning. All right. So our friend Cam gave us this flannel fun pack, whatever we're calling it. It's got all those crazy flavors of seltzers. So today we are going to try each one and let you know which one is good and which one isn't. So let's try this maple pear one first. Once again, 5% alcohol, 100 calories.
surprisingly, the nose on it's good. I mean, you get the maple and you get the pear.
Yeah, this is big time. This is big time fall memories. The moment you smell it, you think of the apple orchard.
Yeah,
probably the one that Sean's going to be going to this weekend. This is the cider. It smells literally like apple cider.
Yeah,
So,
it really does.
Yeah, I'm drinking.
All right, cheers.
No,
Not saying it's good. It's got more flavor than most seltzers. I mean, you get that seltzery flavor on the back end, but right up front, there is actually flavor to this.
yeah, it just tastes like syrup. Red Sea says you can't see me. What am I, John Cena? I'm on camera. I'm right there. That is terrible. It tastes like syrup.
Yeah.
It tastes like carbonated syrup with a hint of pear or something. Pear, I guess. That's bad. That's not good.
It's definitely mainly syrup. I mean, you get. I guess what is supposed to be the pear.
Maybe the ingredients are like sitting on top of each other. We need to shake it up. You go first.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're gonna rate it on a scale 1 to 5.
No, I don't think so. I think what we do is just we try all of them and then we'll just rank them from the entire pack. All right.
Yeah, it's just carbonated syrup.
Yeah, it just
really weird.
It really tastes like syrup there.
But there's flavor. That's what blows my mind because most of them, whoever put the description of static fuzz with somebody, TV static with somebody yelling the flavor in the background, that's usually spot on for a seltzer. You can definitely taste the maple, though.
It just tastes like carbonated syrup.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Don't love it. Charles goes, those faces are worse than Torture Tuesday.
Maybe this should have been our Torture Tuesday.
Yeah.
You have to drink them all.
All right. Let's. How about this? Let's try 2 right now.
Okay.
And then we'll do Quiz of the Face, and we'll come back, and we'll before we get into chicken nugget talk, we'll do the other 2.
Okay, not fair.
I want to leave pumpkin spice for the second half.
Okay.
So do you want to do the toasted marshmallow or the apple crisp?
Let's do the apple crisp. Let's stick with the fruit ones. All right, so here's the apple crisp can. Once again, I do like the packaging with the flannel fall variety pack. That's pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure I have this flannel at my house. This red one, yeah. Once again, we're doing essentially the Lord's work here for you guys, just so when you pass it by in the store, you're like, maybe I should. No, Kotter and Marshall said it was either good or bad. Let's see.
I'd say the other one's got a stronger nose on it, but you definitely do get like an apple, and it's not even just straight up apple. It is kind of an apple crispy type of smell.
Yeah, it's got a really. I mean, they all smell great.
They do.
They all smell really, really good. Seltzers in general, they just got.
You can get your hopes up just to kick you in the nuts when you're not looking.
Yeah, this is. This says apple crisp. This is apple cider. It just smells like that. It smells like that gallon jug that sits in your fridge for 3 months at the end of the year. Every year, you're like, I love apple cider. Then you drink it once. You're like, Anyway, there's Cam. Speaking of, hey, Cam, thanks for these. We're trying out your seltzers this morning.
Right. They managed to put Tim in a can? Glad.
This one I don't mind. How about this?
Oh, wow.
With this Bud Light Seltzer Apple Crisp, it just needs, this could use like a shot of Fireball.
Yes.
So if you take, I'm glad I just blew your mind with that. You take like half a bottle of Fireball and you pour it into this. No, let's just say you drink like half the can. Maybe just kind of fill it up with Fireball, and it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Cam, don't lie. You've tried that, right? You've done that already, right?
I kind of feel like this drink was made for Fireball to be inserted inside of it.
Violated by Fireball.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. That is the best seltzer I've ever had.
Woo!
I've only had a handful.
Right.
Keep that in mind. But from a flavor standpoint, you get a nice apple crisp type flavor. Yeah. And the seltzer back end is not so overpowering where you just regret any decision.
Okay, Cam, so here's what you need to do. Go back in our live video. Cut out just that portion. Do not cut out the portion where we harshly reviewed the first one, Maple Pear. Just do this one. Send it to your bosses, and then tell them to give us all their money.
Yeah, that's the best seltzer I've ever had.
Just in case you were wondering, the seltzer apple crisp is only 100 calories, 1 gram of sugar, and 2 carbs. You can keep your svelte body by drinking that beautiful seltzer over there.
Nobody's ever called me svelte.
I know. I was just...
All right, so I'm just leaving space in the middle because I'm assuming that Maple Pear is going to be last as I power rank them.
Quite possibly.
All right, so we got under 3 minutes. We're going to get into Quizzed in the Face. I have no idea what today's theme is. I know there's audio involved, so we'll definitely get to that. So basically...
1 to 10?
1 through 5, then correct and wrong. You still have all of those right there.
Okay, got you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sean says, maybe mine was stale. Sean was quoted as saying that the apple flavor was, how did you put it, Sean? Apple flavored trash. I didn't say that. Sean did, just to clear that up.
Oh, I mean, let me get some nice cinnamon, maybe some nutmeg.
Some nutmeg. Really diving into that. We're not going hardcore in this seltzer review. We're just saying whether it's good or not.
That one's good.
They're breaking down the components of that seltzer over there. Does it actually say, like...
It has a nice flavor profile.
Water, cane sugar, flavors, cane sugar, citric acid, sodium, and malted rice. How do you get it to taste like apple, then?
That's the flavorings.
It's just the natural flavorings. Dump in the apple goo. Dump in the apple semen.
Only seltzer I will drink is what I splash. That lower end scotch with. I get it. Oh, no need to apologize.
Maybe you need to splash it with this beautiful apple crisp, Charles.
All right, 1 minute out. Quizzed in the face. We've got Hefe coming up. Going to talk chicken nuggets. Big guy after 9. Full show, man. Full show.
Once again, these quiz in the face sound bits, these are good to play on the stream. So make sure to have.
It's good to go.
Yeah, just making sure you know. So, Kotter, you felt like you knew what I was going to do today.
Yeah, I will reveal it after you reveal what it is. It's still stuck right here.
You may have it right. I bet you probably have a pretty good idea because I think I've mentioned it before.
Okay.
So.
Oh, really? Oh, then maybe I don't know then. I just based it off of something you said in context of what you were talking about, and then something you said. I'll explain. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. It is the Kotter and Marshall Show. I'm about to get quizzed in the face. It's going to be interesting. I don't know what the topic is yet, so that's coming up. You can play along. Don't forget, hop on the stream. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch on the stream today. We're reviewing some Bud Light seltzers. It's the Fall Flannel Pack.
Yeah.
4 very different flavors. Really up in the seltzer game this fall. So you can check out our thoughts on those and during breaks on the stream. So once again, watch the show, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. But right now, Marshall, I'm ready. Let's do this. Quiz me in the face, man. Quiz me.
All right, Kotter. So I had the inspiration for this Quizzed in the Face a few weeks ago, and let me give you a little bit of a backstory.
Okay.
So a few weeks ago, I heard you talking to our boss, A-Dub, about what a birder I am. Well, you know what? I had to Google that, just so you know.
What you are?
A birder. So I Googled it.
A birder.
A definition of a birder. An acceptable term used to describe a person who seriously pursues the hobby of birding. Okay?
Yeah, I totally did that.
Well, you know what, pal? You know what? Got me mixed up. Because you're a birder, okay? You're a birder, okay? You got me? Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
No idea what's
You're
going
a
on
birder
right now.
You're a birder, okay?
Yeah.
If you want one of us is a birder, you're a birder. Okay?
I'm a birder.
So today, I'm going to quiz you in the face on North American and European birds.
Yeah, I was totally wrong. So,
super easy. I'm going to play you a bird call, and all you have to do is tell me whether it's a North American or European bird.
Okay.
So good luck.
You're
a birder.
I said yesterday
bird face.
I can make a prediction as to what this was going to be. You were talking about videos, you're like, I just learned to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, and we're coming out of a Torture Tuesday recently, so I thought you were going to play reactions of either mine or you from past Torture Tuesdays, and I was going to have to guess which Torture Tuesday. I was way off.
I may very well do that.
I was way off.
But no, this is definitely about birding today.
Okay.
So, Kotter, is this a North American or European bird? Huh? So is that a North American or a European bird?
Is that a bird?
I can't believe you called me a birder to our boss.
So sorry. I'm going to say North American.
Kotter.
North American.
That is correct.
That's correct. Of course, that's a turkey.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, because you're a turkey, because you're talking about me to our boss behind my back.
I'm so sorry.
All right, let's move on to number 2. Is this a North American or European bird?
I'm going to go North American again.
Cotter, that is correct again.
That is correct.
Quite the birder you are, huh?
Hey, you know what?
That was, of course, the North American hawk.
Okay.
Duh. Moving on to number 3. Is this a North American or European bird, Cotter?
That just sounds like a bird. It's like the...
Oh, you want me to play it again?
Oh. See, it sounds like a bird I'd walk out of my house and hear chirping on a daily basis. I'm going to stick with North American.
Cotter.
Wrong again.
False.
Oh, you're such a birder. I thought you were such a birder guy. Yeah, that's obviously the European robin.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right.
It's related to a North American
All right,
robin.
Cotter, 2 for 3. Such a birder you are. Let's move on to number 4. Got 10 total for you. What's this?
A bird?
A North American or European?
North American.
That, Cotter, is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
That's called dramatic pause. I hope everyone enjoyed that. That was, of course, the Blue Jay. You hear it all the time. Of course, the Blue Jay.
Okay.
Toronto Blue Jays, different. Just a baseball team, not a bird. Just a heads up.
Fair enough.
All right, moving on. Number 5. We'll have 10 total.
Okay.
Once again, you're such a birder. 3 out of 4. Prove me wrong. You'll probably get this one right, too.
Right.
Is this a European or North American bird?
I haven't guessed European yet. Let's go European.
That, Cotter.
That is correct.
That's correct. That was the European blackcap. So once again, who's the birder between the two of us?
I guess it's totally me.
Who's the birder?
Who knew? Who knew I was
4 out of 5.
I was so skilled.
Yeah.
We got the second half of Quiz into the Face coming up after Pop Evil. This is Survivor. Latest tune, Kotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
All right, got 3.5 minutes before we come back. We'll taste test the other 2 seltzers. The toasted marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
I don't know why. I've always hated the way marshmallow is
Pronounced?
written. It's pronounced.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it should be marshmallow. Marshmallow. But I've heard it say marshmallow.
It's marshmallow, isn't it? I always
Is
say
it?
marshmallow.
Yeah. But I mean, it's spelled with an A. M-A-L-L-O-W.
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Oh.
I know. Is that like is that just an American way of being dumb? Are we just dumb? We changed a letter in a word?
Sean said, my wife is calling out the name of each bird.
How's she doing? Is she 5 for 5? Is she a birder?
She's the birder.
You are the one who is. And as a Kevin Smith fan, you knew exactly what I was doing.
That's good.
All right, we're 2.5 minutes out. Just so you know, this is true. This isn't just something I made up.
What?
That you called me a birder to our
I
boss.
have no idea what you're talking about, but sure. I'll say yes.
This is an honest to goodness story.
When did I ever say you were a birder?
It's about 3 weeks ago.
Why would I say you were a birder?
I don't know, Cotter. I don't know. Why don't you explain yourself?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mhm.
I don't remember said conversation with the boss.
Of course, the classic deny. Classic Cotter stuff over here.
No. Why would I call you a birder? That makes no sense.
I don't know, Cotter.
I'm guessing you misheard. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you misheard. I probably said, oh, Marshall, he's a shithead. I mean, and I can understand.
Hey, language on the street,
I
Cotter.
can understand where you get those confused.
Yeah. A birder. I think a true birder wouldn't say that. Language. Were you flipping the bird?
Maybe.
That's
that
the question.
That makes way more sense.
Sean said his wife, 5 for 5, she did a class where they went out in the woods and they had to listen for certain birds and point them out.
Nice. Can I get an earpiece and she can just tell me what they are? And can I phone a friend?
Why would you need that when you're 4 for 5, Kotter?
We got about 90 seconds.
All right, coming up later in the show as well, big guy Frank Sulkowski, our close personal friend. He is going to be joining us via the phone to talk some NFL games this weekend. I'm excited to get another week of NFL action. Thursday Night Football tonight. You got the Panthers taking on the Texans. The Texans are so bad. Also, I never liked their team name.
The Texans?
They were the Houston Oilers.
Right. Well, the Houston Oilers became the
Tennessee Titans. Yeah. So when they moved and they gave Houston another franchise, they were just like, oh, yeah, we're from Texas, the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Never sat right with me.
I get that.
If they're going to be this bad, they should have their football team taken away. And I know what you're saying, Marshall, you're a Chicago Bears fan, and I agree. They should probably take the Bears away from Chicago.
You know what? That, I think, ups how hard owners may try. If you go, look, you suck for 5 years, we're moving your team to someplace else. It's just no longer yours. We'll give you a little bit of a buyout, but the team's going someplace else. Yeah. Maybe they'll put a little bit more effort into it. I like this idea, actually.
That's what the Raiders did.
Don't hate them.
They were just losers for 15 years. They just moved to a new city.
All right, guys, right back. Good morning. I'm currently getting quizzed in the face. It's an audio quiz today, all about birds.
That's right, Kotter. You decided to have a little conversation about me behind my back to our boss, A-Dub, where I heard you call me a birder. You said, Marshall, he's a birder. And I had to go to Google because I was like, why is he calling me a birder? A birder, the acceptable term used to describe someone who is seriously pursuing the hobby of birding. Well, to what we found out, Kotter, through the first half of Quiz in the Face today, you're 4 out of 5. You're quite the birder.
Who knew?
Kotter, you're a birder, bud. Okay, let's continue on with the quiz. All you have to do is tell me whether this is a North American or European bird. What about this one?
Once again, it just sounds like a damn bird, man. I don't know.
That's so offensive to the birder community.
I'm going North American.
Wrong again.
False.
That is incorrect, Kotter. That is obviously the European blackbird.
Okay.
Got a problem with it?
Not at all.
Yeah, you shouldn't, you birder. All right, moving on. Number 6 today. And by number 6, I meant number 7.
That sounds like a cricket. I'm gonna go European. European.
Cotter, what
Wrong
are you
again.
doing? That is obviously the North American hummingbird.
That is a hummingbird?
That is a hummingbird.
That
You wanna
wasn't
hear
humming?
Do you honestly think hummingbirds hum?
Cool. Make more sense. Be a lot cooler if it did.
All right, I think you're just throwing the second half of Quiz in the Face to make it look like you're not such a birder. All right, let's try number 7. You're currently 4 for 7.
I'm going to go European.
That Cotter is actually correct.
That is correct.
All right. Yeah, once again, that was as you know, the Sardinian warbler.
Oh, of course. Oh.
Yeah, the Sardinian warbler.
One of my all-time favorites.
Yeah,
Mount Rushmore worthy.
Number 1?
Nah. Two.
Okay. All right, sorry, that was number 8. This is number 9. We have 10 total today in Quiz in the Face. We're quizzing Cotter on North American or European birds because Cotter called me a birder behind my back. Number 9.
Can you play that again? See, that sounds like something you hear out of a jungle, which is neither North American or European. I'm going to say North American.
Wrong again.
Balls.
Cotter, I think you've missed 3 out of 4 on the second half.
Falling
Quiz
apart,
in the Face.
man.
You are falling apart. I think you're throwing this half of Quiz in the Face. All right, here's your very last one.
Okay.
Quiz in the Face, North American or European bird. What's this? Don't act like you don't know, you little birder.
I'm going to say, I'm going to go North American. Why not for the last one? North American.
Yeah,
That is correct.
Of course, that is correct. That was the loon, Kotter. That was the loon.
The loon.
Hold on a second.
I was so
Hold on. You didn't call me a birder. You called me a burden. Marshall's a burden, not a bird. Jesus Christ. I was wrong the whole time. This is embarrassing. Are you a birder? Are you a closet birder?
I'm a closet birder.
You did pretty good, though. What'd you get? You did 6 out of 10?
6 out of 10.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. You did call me a burden, though.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that either.
Sure that happened.
All right, it is the Kotter and Marshall Show. Coming up next, Hefe 2, the new music band of Fish, selecting from Skillet and Bring Me the Horizon. Rock 106.1.
Hold on, I just Googled burden. A load, typically a heavy one. You were talking about me. You did say burden.
When did I say burden? I don't remember that either. When did I call you a burden? That's a big word.
For you?
Yes.
You didn't do any of that. That was just that was essentially a Norm Macdonald joke.
Okay, fair enough.
And mostly, I just wanted to play you bird noises. On the radio.
The last one was, I like the last one. That was my favorite.
The loon?
The loon.
Yeah,
I like
of course
the loon.
you did. You love the loon. Sean, fucking loon.
All right.
Oh, Mac actually likes the warbler. One of her favorites. She goes, I like it. Interesting word. For the lady that hates all words. All right, let's continue on with grading out these seltzers, Kotter. I'm going to leave pumpkin spice for last.
That's fair.
Next, we're going to taste the toasted marshmallow. Once again, this is the toasted marshmallow flavored. And this is not naturally flavored. This is artificially flavored, according to the can.
I want all natural marshmallows.
Well, not with this seltzer. All right, let's crack this open. Smell test it first.
Ooh. I don't hate that.
It's got a really sweet marshmallow smell to it.
Once again, it's just here to get your hopes up.
Yeah.
Thinking, man, this smells good. It's going to taste delicious.
Now, I was actually bringing this up to my wife earlier this week. I actually haven't had a s'more in a really long time. I think I want to do s'mores this weekend.
Okay.
This got some graham cracker in it, or am I just trying to imagine something that's not there?
There's something, maybe, well, it says toasted. So I think there's definitely either a toasted or a graham cracker element to the nose of this seltzer.
All right, let's taste this thing.
No, it's frozen.
It's frozen?
Yeah, I had chunks.
Oh.
Maybe graham cracker chunks. I don't know.
I didn't get any chunks in mine. I'm kind of split on the flavor. What do you think?
Yeah, once again, there's a lot of flavor up front. Unlike the maple pear just had so much seltzer on the back end. It was very weird. Once again, the nose is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The flavor, you can definitely taste marshmallow, but it's not, I don't know. It's there. I will say it's like they dipped the marshmallow in.
Yeah, I like this better than the maple pear of the variety pack, but it's gonna go in between 2 and 3 on the all 4 that we'll grade here. All right, let's grade one more. Once again, guys, thank you to our friend Cam for setting us up from United in regards to getting us the flannel pack for Bud Light Seltzer. We're taste testing them so you know whether to buy them this weekend. I believe they're available in most stores. Here is the Bud Light Seltzer. Last one we'll do today. This is the Pumpkin Spice, Kotter. Pumpkin Spice. This one is a pumpkin spice flavor with other natural flavors. Okay, so this is back to natural. No more artificial.
Ooh.
I don't like the smell of it.
Really?
Yeah.
You definitely get it smells like pumpkin spice. Once again, mine's got ice in it.
Maybe I got COVID or I can't smell it right, but I'm just smelling more of a fruity kind of nose to it.
Mine's a slushy. Yeah, mine's slushy.
Yeah. I do not like that. And I love pumpkin spice everything. I'm not a huge fan of the flavor profile of what's happening there. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I like it better than the maple pear. I mean, it's not horrible. But yeah, I think Apple Crisp by far the number one, which is surprisingly because I don't really like apples. I got to go Toasted Marshmallow 2, Pumpkin Spice 3. I mean,
Yeah, Kotter, I think we both agree on the rankings of the flannel pack seltzer.
now
here.
I will say though, I mean, I don't know. Not that, I mean, I don't drink seltzers normally anyway, so it's not like I'm going out to start buying these so I can enjoy them.
Mhm.
I could drink the Apple Crisp if somebody said, hey, the only thing it's got seltzers in the fridge, but I got this. I could drink that. The Toasted Marshmallow one, novelty-wise, I don't think it'd be something I'd want to go back to. The Pumpkin Spice, I don't hate it. I think I could drink it, but that Maple Pear, no, never again.
All right, so here's the official Mount Rushmore of Bud Light Seltzer Flannel Pack. Coming in at number 4, Maple Pear.
Yes.
By far the worst of all 4. Number 3, I'm going to give Pumpkin Spice. I think we both agreed on our ratings. Yeah, both agree on the ratings here. Pumpkin Spice coming in at number 3 on the Mount Rushmore. Let's see, the Toasted Marshmallow or Mellow, depending on who you are. Coming in at number 2, I think that had a good, nice, sweet flavor with a hint of graham cracker in the nose. And then by far the best is the Apple Crisp.
Yeah, I stand by it. Apple Crisp, best seltzer I've ever had.
Yeah, once again, I think those are available in most stores, Haversham. I think I saw them in Kroger the other day when I was in there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Those were better than the ones when you tried like the 8% seltzers several months back.
Oh, my God, yeah. The White Claw
Yeah.
Surge ones.
Yeah, those were not good.
And Kotter, the great news once again is, although that's like the first quiz in the face, I used audio. Now that I know which settings to change on my computer to record audio at home, we'll do a lot more.
It's good. I like the audio
based ones.
Yeah, I think the audio ones are fun.
And they could be just as stupid as bird noises. Maybe I'll have you do some like guitar chords. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Ooh, Thomas, I disagree, Mr. Meat. I love the loon being from New York. We had a cottage in Canada. We went multiple times a year, and I love the loon sound. The loon sound is very jarring if you are the first-time loon listener.
Agreed.
It's very loud. Very loud.
So here's a list. I don't know if it's in order by preference, but a list where's the Lifehacker made a list of 10 slasher films that are actually good. They said in no particular order. So I'm going to run these down. I came across this when you were out of the studio. I wanted to see if you've seen most of these.
I've probably seen most of them.
Halloween, obviously.
The original?
Yep,
Or, okay.
1978.
Great one, yeah.
Yep, 100%. Friday the 13th from 1980, the first one.
Uh-huh.
Just Before Dawn, 1981.
I don't believe I've seen that one, but let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, there's several on here that I've never heard. One goes back to 1943.
I've not seen Just Before Dawn, but that looks like a fun one.
All right. The New York Ripper from 1982.
I have not seen that one either. No.
All right. Number 5 on the list, I'm guessing I mean, from 1943. It's called The Leopard Man.
Man, what a
Oh, that's an old school kind of horror movie poster. Dennis O'Keefe.
when Latin dancer Clo begins to overshadow nightclub singer Kiki Walker. Kiki's agent, Jerry Manning, the most obvious named guy in there, decides to spice up his client's act with an enormous Black Panther on a leash, but the big cat escapes from the club, and soon after, a young girl and others are found dead around the small town. When evidence suggests that the killer may be human, suspicions falls on the leopard's Native American owner. Wow. Okay, have not seen that one, but sure, it sounds great.
All right, the bottom 5, I think you've probably seen most of these. Child's Play from 1988.
Oh, yeah, great one.
Scream from 96.
I'm not a huge Scream fan, honestly.
I love the first movie. The rest of them are garbage.
Yeah.
The first one I thought was great. The Hills Have Eyes. Now, this is the
original or the remake?
Remake, 2006.
Okay, yeah, it was good.
Okay. You're Next from 2011.
Let me remember which one that is, but that sounds very,
I was going to say,
familiar.
it sounds familiar.
Is that the Sam Raimi movie? That is not. I don't remember that one.
Really?
Yeah. When the Davidson family comes under attack. During their wedding anniversary getaway, the gang of mysterious killers soon learns that one of the victims harbors a secret talent for fighting back. Oh, I have seen this one.
I remember the poster. Yeah.
When did that come out?
2011?
Really?
Yeah, 2011.
Jeez, I feel like that just came out a couple years ago. Okay, yeah, I've seen that one. It's good.
Last one on the list from 2015, The Final Girls.
Oh, The Final Girls. That's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got hold on.
Let's see.
So that's the list of the top 10 slasher movies of all time?
I don't know if it was of all time. It was just slasher movies that are actually good. They said in no particular order, but yeah, the top 10.
Yeah,
I mean, it seems like an order when you have Halloween at the top of it.
Yeah, so in The Final Girls, the cast is kind of crazy. So it's got Thaisa Farmiga? Oh, that's that one lady from The Conjuring's sister. It's got who else in it? Malin Ackerman, Thomas Middleditch. It's a pretty decent cast. Ali Shawkat. Yeah, that's a cool list. There's a couple movies I haven't seen on the list though. The Leopard Man seems like one I should dive into. We're back on the air here in 30 seconds.
Yep.
Rhett, you got a question? My friend actually was talking about that show just yesterday, but I'll comment on it after this break.
All right, guys. Hefe 2 coming up next. We'll be right back. It is time for Hefe 2, the new music beta fish, to select a new song for us today. His choices are, got brand new stuff from the band Skillet. They got a brand new album, Dominion. That doesn't come out until January. The song is called Surviving the Game, and according to lead singer John Cooper, they say Surviving the Game is a defiant song about not giving in to the fear the world is in and has been experiencing.
Okay.
Sounds like Skillet.
Yeah, it definitely does.
They've got their sound and kind of formula down. Second option.
So you're saying they're kind of like Nickelback, they just changed the words?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Second option, Bring Me the Horizon, a brand new song called Die For You. Now, Bring Me the Horizon, doing a series of EPs. They've got another one coming out. It's their Post-Human series.
Oh.
That's going to drop sometime early 2022. So here is Bring Me the Horizon, Die For You.
Both are interesting choices from these bands.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think the best effort from either, but I'm more interested, honestly, in that last one you just played.
Okay.
So, all right, let's go ahead and get this going once again. We have new music from Skillet called Surviving the Game. That will be represented on the right-hand side of the tank. And if you're watching the live stream, you'll see a picture of our new music beta fish. His name is Hefe number 2. The first one died. Don't blame us. On the right-hand side of the tank is Bring Me the Horizon with their new track, Die For You. So I'm going to go ahead and give Hefe the signal. Hefe! Get to work, buddy. Choose a new song for us. All right, Hefe is immediately going over to the Bring Me the Horizon side. He's slightly to the right-hand side. Are we going that way, Hefe, today? Okay, now he's kind of back in the middle. Kind of. You got to choose a side, buddy.
He's indecisive
Come on,
this
buddy.
morning.
Let's go. And he's just drifting to the left. Yeah, okay, let's go with this. Skillet Surviving the Game is his choice today.
All right, thank you, Hefe 2. It is the Low Country Coastal Empire premiere Skillet. Here's Surviving the Game, Kotter and Marshall. Rock 106.1.
He was really stuck on what to choose there. He wasn't impressed, I don't think. Hefe, were you impressed? He doesn't seem impressed. Let's give him a treat for being a good boy. So, Rhett, to answer your question, he said, guys, off topic, there is currently a show on Netflix called Squid Games. There you go, buddy. And there's Hefe eating his little treat. There's a show on Netflix called Squid Games. My buddy Morty was watching this and talking about it. He goes, it's a Korean show, but dubbed in English. It's kind of like Guns Akimbo. The concept is people play games and the winners live and the losers are killed. It's a pretty good show so far. My friend Morty said that it is the concept is genius. He said the acting, the voice, I think dubbing was terrible.
Yeah, it usually is.
So,
that's always tough.
Yeah, he said it's great though. So if you're looking for some stupid thing to watch on TV, Netflix has a new series called Squid Games. That's well worth it. Kotter, we missed a absolute diss from Sean's wife.
Okay.
So Sean's wife, Miss Meats is what we call her. She says, they like the marshmallow seltzer. These guys are effing disgusting. Wow.
That's harsh.
That hits home, man.
That's harsh.
Honestly, I stick with our rankings.
Yeah, no, I stand by it.
I think we kind of play this one the right way. So once again, Mount Rushmore of ciders from the flannel pack. Number 1, apple crisp. Number 2, toasted marshmallow. Number 3, pumpkin spice. Number 4, maple pear.
Yeah, no, I think those are good. Solid.
Thomas U has a question for the Magic 8 Ball. Once again, if you guys have questions for the Magic 8 Ball, feel free to drop them into the chat. We'll ask them during the show today. All right, here's a question for us, Kotter. Magic 8 Balls has to answer this. Should Thomas buy $10 worth of Powerball tickets?
Oh.
It is decidedly so. Guaranteed. Go do it, Thomas. Going back to the Squid Games, Rhett goes, yeah, the voiceovers are terrible, but the concept in action is good. Yeah, that's what my buddy was saying. Sean said his wife, Miss Meats, says, I love s'mores, anything s'mores flavored, but that seltzer was disgusting.
Ghostbusters dropped a couple new posters.
Oh, yeah.
Trailers.
I saw those yesterday, yeah.
I'm so excited about this movie. So excited about this movie.
Are you going to go see Ghostbusters in theaters when it comes out?
I think I'm going to have to.
I think it's Thanksgiving weekend, isn't it?
Is it? I was
believe.
thinking for some reason it was next year.
November 19th, yeah. So it's just before.
That's my birthday.
It's the weekend. It's the weekend prior.
Okay, that's my birthday, but we'll be in Disney that weekend, so I'll have to wait until the weekend after.
They got movie theaters at Disney?
Yeah, I'm not going to go to a movie in Disney. Sorry.
What if the line was just 2 hours and you could just like hold your place in line and go watch a movie? Huh?
No, because I don't want to waste the time in the movie when I could be doing stuff at the park.
Yeah.
All right, got about 30 seconds, guys. Going to talk some chicken nuggets.
Ooh, Rhett's also a Scorpio. His is the 17th.
Nice. All right, guys, 15 seconds. Be right back. Once again, brand new stuff from Skillet, Surviving the Game. That was the choice of Hefe 2, the new music beta fish, this morning. All right, so there was a list that was put out. Uprocks.com conducted a chicken nugget taste test.
Right.
So they went to a bunch of different restaurants, got a bunch of chicken nuggets, and they ranked them. It was 16 to number 1. There's several places on this list that we either don't have access to or I've just never had their chicken nuggets. But are you a chicken nugget guy, Marshall?
Generally, I don't veer towards chicken nuggets because I'm not 4 years old anymore. But no, I mean, I wouldn't consider myself one. Now, there is one chicken nugget that I love, and when they're available, I get them. But I wouldn't consider myself like an entrepreneur of the chicken nugget lifestyle.
So starting on the bottom, working our way up, Dairy Queen, once again, didn't know they had chicken nuggets. I think I've been to Dairy Queen to actually eat food other than ice cream twice in my life.
That sounds about right. That's about every human's capacity for Dairy Queen's food.
They have rotisserie-style chicken bites.
Okay.
I don't think that's a selling point, right?
Wouldn't they dry out like after like 3 spins?
I don't know. Arby's, I didn't know they had chicken nuggets. Premium nuggets is what they're called.
Well, yeah, you need to know that your nuggets are good, so you should put the word premium in front of them. Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing either.
And now Chick-fil-A pops up on this list twice. The first one very low on the list because they're grilled nuggets.
Yeah, no one wants to eat chicken nuggets on the healthy side of things. If you are, you're a monster. But no one on purpose orders grilled nuggets. They usually do it on accident, or if their wife is with them and they're supposed to be on a diet together. You're like, I guess I'll just have the grilled nuggets. Yeah, that's fine.
Much like Dairy Queen, Sonic, I think I've eaten their just actual food twice, usually for the ice cream.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Jumbo popcorn chicken.
Yeah, I can't say I've actually eaten. I've never felt good about myself eating Sonic.
Yeah.
Their food. I don't think I've actually had their chicken nuggets before, but they definitely probably wouldn't make even my top 10 of nugget places.
Carl's Jr.'s is at 11 with chicken stars. They tried to make Carl's Jr.'s a thing nationwide.
Well, they're Hardee's.
It's Hardee's.
Yeah.
They tried to make it nationwide, didn't work. But they're number 11. Rally's at number 10 with their chicken bites. Cracking into the top 10. Burger King and their chicken fries.
I don't know why people love the Burger King chicken fries. Let me go on a little tangent here.
Okay.
The chicken fries are the most overhyped nugget-like product, because they're not nuggets, they're fries.
That's true.
On the market. There was a story that came out about this gentleman who literally chastised the Burger King franchise until they brought back the chicken fries.
What?
It's a story. You can just Google it. It's crazy. This guy lives in the basement of his mom's house, and he spent all of his time just absolutely, throwing down diss tracks to Burger King in regards to them taking away their chicken fries. Don't worry, they're back. But I think the chicken fries are some of the most overrated chicken nugget styled objects still on the market today.
Not enough chicken.
No, they're not good.
Not enough chicken.
Yeah, the breading's weird. I don't like it. Get out of here.
All right, number 8 is Wendy's chicken nuggets, non-spicy.
Right.
So I think even the non-spicy one, I think that could be higher on the list. I do like Wendy's chicken nuggets. Jack in the Box at number 7. I've never even been to a Jack in the Box.
Really?
Yeah,
they're generally West Coast.
Yeah, so I've never even been there. They're number 7. Number 6, Popeye's chicken nuggets. I love Popeye's chicken. I haven't had the chicken nuggets.
There's like 27 Popeye's chickens here in the Low Country Coastal Empire. I don't think I've been to one.
All right, we're going to crack the top 5. We're going to get to that next. Stick around. Kotter and Marshall Show, talking the best chicken nuggets. What's your favorite? Hit us up with the text, 800-394-1061, or comment on the chat.
Oh, good Lord. Sean says Aldi has some absolutely amazing chicken nuggets. They crisp up super good in the oven. Haven't tried them from the air fryer yet.
I will say, go to Kroger, hit the deli. They have popcorn chicken just like in the little plastic tubs.
Yeah.
It is the best.
You mean under the heat?
No.
Thing?
It's in like the cold section.
Oh.
And they're pre-cooked, but I put them in the fridge. I just eat them cold. Some of the best. I mean, they call them it's popcorn chicken, but some of the best chicken nugget type thing ever. I love those.
I don't know if you saw my face there or not.
I did.
That's the most skeptical look I could give you there.
No, so good.
Cold chicken nuggets from Kroger.
I know, it's weird, but they are delicious.
Yikes. Charles with an absolute story here. He goes, when Brock was 17, Brock's his son, he did the chicken nugget challenge for the Young Life fundraiser. They cut him off at 140. Wait, Young Life?
So,
and he ate 140 chicken nuggets? He took years off his life by doing that. How is that a Young Life fundraiser?
Was it eat as many as you can type of thing?
I don't know, but they cut him off. Probably not. Danielle says, chicken fries are a pretty decent snack on a hot day. Is that code for something, Danielle? What's going on there? Are we married now? What's happening? You just put a spell on me? Rhett says, McDonald's chicken nuggets is my top, then Chick-fil-A. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, the top 5 of this list is pretty interesting. I've had 4 out of the 5.
Me too.
I really didn't get a chance to visit too many of one certain place's chicken bites because I only lived in a spot where they were there for like 6 months.
Yeah, that place is in Austin, and my family's gone there a couple times. They like it. I've never been.
Danielle goes, LOL, no, I work outside and I can't eat too much when it's super hot. You're crazy, Danielle, but I love you. All right, yeah. So this next break, we'll get into the top 5 chicken nuggies according to uprocks.com.
Fantastic Beasts have officially announced the third title and a release date. That's the next in the newer Harry Potter series. April 15th, 2022. It is called Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. As much of a Harry Potter fan as I am, I don't care about these movies.
Those movies suck, dude.
They're not good.
Yeah, they're not good at all.
And it's too bad because it's like, it's such a history there that I think you could really explore and do a lot of cool things with, and they're just not doing any cool things with them.
So this is the prequel series, right?
Yes.
To Harry Potter?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen both films. I do not understand them.
And they're weird, man.
And they're not good.
No.
And they are not good. Charles says that his son got sponsors. People would pay X amount per nugget he ate. One of his grandfathers sponsored at $2 a nugget. And he ate 140. Jesus.
Damn impressive.
I wonder if
who stopped him?
Yeah.
Sponsors of the restaurant.
I wonder if his grandfather knew he was going to go that big. Sean says if you're ever near a Quick Trip, which, yeah, they have them down at Jacksonville gas station, get their chicken tenders. I know it's not nuggets, but they are delicious. Sean is an odd connoisseur of gas station food, and I kind of question.
It's true.
I kind of question his suggestions here. Now, I know the man has good taste because I've seen the food that he eats, primarily smokes. And then also he sent me some stuff that is delicious. So I wonder, I question some of his suggestions when it comes to food choices. All right, guys, after the chicken nugget story here, we're into the last hour of the show. Once again, programming note, we are not on tomorrow. We are on Mandatory Fun Day. And you know it's going to be a great day when you're mandatorily told that you have to be there to have fun. So we're all excited for that. Sean says, I drove for FedEx for a year. So you are a gas station connoisseur. Hey, when it comes to FedEx, do you have to fill your truck up at a gas station, or do you have a spot at the FedEx place to do that? I've always been curious about that.
All right, got 4 minutes getting into some Foo Fighters.
Chick-fil-A cut him off because they were donating the nuggets. Oh, man.
If they're cutting him off, I think Chick-fil-A then should have made a donation to the cause under his name. We're going to stop you.
Right.
We'll throw you here's an extra $100 donation, because we're cutting you off.
You think they would do that. But they're also monsters and not open on Sunday, so figure that out. Speaking of Chick-fil-A, the new one on Abercorn, which just replaces the old one, fully open yesterday. I drove by, double lanes
How
going
crazy
through.
Was it?
It was completely packed.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I don't get it, man. I love their chicken sandwich. It is delicious, but I don't get waiting that long.
Let's see. Danielle says y'all should try the chicken at the BP on Jimmy DeLoach and Benton. The chicken sandwiches might beat a basic Chick-fil-A sandwich. Danielle, I think I know you said you're on the road for your job. I think I'm just going to do a ride-along with you. I'm just going to do a ride-along. We'll go to work together. I'll tell you stupid jokes. We'll have a great day. And then you just take me to every weird gas station place that has good food around. We'll just make that a thing. We'll video it. It'll be great. Sean says, also, I tried those home-style chili potato chips from Old Dutch. Trash. Gross. I am considering making one of two items for dinner on Sunday.
Okay.
Crock pot lasagna or just chili. I haven't had chili in years.
I brought up chili. You haven't had chili in years?
I honestly do not remember the last time.
Really? We have chili once fall and winter gets here multiple times. No. I brought that up the other day because it sounded really, really good. We didn't have it, so maybe next week. But yeah, I love me some chili.
I'm going to bring up this story about Charles' son here.
Okay.
While we're talking about it.
Never had crock pot lasagna.
Oh, yeah, we've done that before. It's
Okay.
super easy. Yeah, I mean, just boil everything, and then you just you put it on low, and you kind of build it inside the crock pot, and then you just, walk away, and boom, lasagna's ready, 6
Nice.
hours later. FedEx has fleet cards. Oh, okay, cool. All right, Liquid, you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on Monday morning.
Yeah, see you later, man.
Charles says, PSA, better do your Christmas shopping early. If you don't follow the supply chain, I have to for work. You wouldn't know, but there is a severe backup at all the major ports, and just about every industry is having major shipping delays. Oh, cool. Great news. I got most of my Christmas shopping already done for my wife.
Are you serious?
Well, I started, her birthday is September 30th.
Right.
So it's like it's essentially the end of the year.
Right.
So, I had this extra cash. So I was like, oh, I'll just buy all of her stuff now. So through the year, I actually listen to my wife and I note down everything that she kind of mentions that she's interested in.
Right.
And then I just figure out what I want to do from there. So yeah, I think I've purchased about, I would say 65 to 70% of her Christmas.
Nice.
Sean says that working at FedEx, you can get written up if you get spoken to about not going to find the cheapest gas. Really? Jesus. Come on, FedEx. Be cool, man.
All right, guys, got about 20 seconds. Crack the top 10 best chicken nuggets ever. Be right back. Top 5. Who's got the best chicken nuggets? UpRocks.com did a chicken nugget taste test, and we've now cracked their top 5. Now, thankfully, I've had 4 out of the 5 of these. I think you said the same thing.
Yep.
Number 5, KFC and their popcorn nuggets.
I've had that before. I'm not crazy about the KFC popcorn chicken. Are you?
Oh, it's okay. I mean, I like KFC. I like the, herbs and spices.
How many?
I was 11.
17?
47? 20.
It's in there. Numbers are hard.
Yeah.
Coming in number 4 on this list of the best chicken nuggies ever, Shake Shack's Chicken Bites. I lived in Vegas when they just initially brought Shake Shack to the area. They're known for their burgers.
Yeah.
I got the burgers, man. Why would I order the nuggets? I never tried their nuggets, but apparently they're real, real good.
I've never been to a Shake Shack, so I can't even comment on their burgers. I've heard they're good, but I haven't had anything from there.
Well, let's move into the top 3 of the best chicken nuggies ever, Kotter. Coming in number 3, very controversial because a lot of people probably say this is number 1. McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Are they the OG of chicken nuggets, taking out like an actual chicken place? Taking out KFC or someplace like that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say they're probably the most well-renowned chicken nuggets ever.
Yeah. I mean, I think number 3 is a good spot for them. I got no issue with them not being number 1 in this
from
list.
the batter to the frying of them. The only thing that's weird for me when it comes to these chicken nuggets is they are just chicken pieces like glued together.
Well, isn't that all chicken nuggets?
Not all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, not all of them, but most of them. Most fast food chicken nuggets is just like, I don't know, chicken parts with glue in them.
Number 2 on this list is actually my number 1, and it's Wendy's spicy nuggets.
Yeah, I think they're not available all the time, right?
No.
They make them more of like a seasonal, twice a year.
You gotta want them, gotta crave them, gotta need them.
Yeah, get it. Go through the mobile app, you'll get 3 free. This is probably my number 1.
Number 1 on this list, I would probably put in my number 2 spot, Chick-fil-A nuggets.
Once again, I am not a nugget connoisseur, as one probably should be, especially after reading a list like this. But every time I go to Chick-fil-A, I always just get like a spicy chicken sandwich. It's hard for me to ever get anything nugget related because when you're driving, it's not as easy. You got to have 2 or 3 dipping sauces.
Yeah, 100%.
Those could fly off everywhere. Just eating a sandwich out of that little bag or whatever they put it in, and right. Chick-fil-A, so much easier.
That is very, very true. All right, there you go. There is the top 16 list according to UpRocks.com. Agree? Disagree? What's your favorite nugget? Hit us up. You can text us in 800-394-1261. Also hit us up in the chat. Coming up after 9 o'clock, going to talk to the big guy. Frank Sulkowski is going to break down some games as we head into week 3 of the NFL. It's Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Let's see. Rhett says, I got my Christmas gift a week and a half ago, courtesy of Marshall's login. You're welcome. Wait, that's your Christmas gift? You get nothing else? It just wasn't a good, oops, spent $900, sorry, hun, type of situation?
Yeah, the trip to Disney is my birthday and Christmas gift this year.
So are you? Is that like literally you're not getting any Christmas gifts? Like you open nothing on Christmas?
I don't know. Kids will hopefully, maybe throw me something. I don't know. My wife usually overspends, so she'll probably get me something anyway. Mm-hmm. For my birthday, no. I won't have any other gifts for my birthday.
Sean says classic chicken sandwich with a slice of pepper jack cheese. I like that. Same with my Chick-fil-A breakfast biscuit. Yeah, if you don't add the cheese to a Chick-fil-A breakfast biscuit, which they don't usually have to ask for it.
I don't think I've ever had cheese in the breakfast biscuit.
Yeah, dude.
Game changer.
Yeah, you got to put it on.
Okay.
Just ask for it.
Mind blown.
Wanda's having a moment of need right here, Kotter. Maybe you can give her some advice.
Okay.
God, give me strength. Friday can't get here fast enough. The kid is driving me nuts. She needs to go back to school. Thoughts?
Yeah, no, I 100% get that. Just ignore them.
Just ignore the kids?
Just ignore them. Yeah, it's chain them up out back.
Right.
Give them some water. Let them run around a little bit, run off some of that steam. Be fine.
That's the Parent of the Year material you just got right there. That was free, Wanda. Wow, can you believe it?
You're welcome.
All right, guys, coming up next, we're going to talk to Frank Sulkowski, the big guy himself. He's going to break down 3 games for us. The Falcons, they got to win, right? They got to win this week. They're facing the Giants. They're 0-2.
Yeah.
But the Giants, they may be feisty. I think, honestly, watching the little bit of the Giants I have this year, I think I've watched more Giants than Falcons games.
Right.
The Giants look feisty out there. So I think the Falcons will have their hands full because the Falcons are a terrible football team.
Yeah.
We'll also have the big guy break down a great game between the Buccaneers and Rams. That's on the late side of Sunday. And then Sunday Night Football, the Packers versus the 49ers. That should be a great game as well. Monday Night Football, I'm not in love with. The Eagles and Cowboys. I'm sick of getting all these NFC East matchups. Stop giving me Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Cowboys on Thursday Night Football and Thanksgiving. I don't want to see that garbage. Give me some different matchups. NFC East games are so fucking boring. Those teams suck. Out loud.
Yeah.
Capital S. Wanda says, thanks, Kotter.
All right, I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging around with us this morning. Got to fit in some chicken nugget talk. Once again, the big guy comes up next. And then we'll talk real quickly about some airplane habits. We found a quiz that there was over 100,000 responses to in regards to, some etiquette in regards to being on a plane. Then we'll wrap up the show with Marshall's Music News. I got stories today on the Joan Jett and the Blackhearts tour, which obviously got canceled because that's kind of the big thing nowadays. Incubus, got an update on them. And then we'll also talk about Creed. So all of that will be coming up here in just a few minutes here on the Kotter and Marshall Show. Then that is going to be it for the week. Mandatory fun day here at Dick Broadcasting and Rock 106.1. So we'll get into that tomorrow. So that's what we'll be doing. Don't worry, I'll put some pictures up on our Instagram. Sorry, I'm just popping some stuff up. So we talked about a story, it was a few weeks ago, about Evander Kane. He is a hockey player for the San Jose Sharks. His ex-wife went on Instagram and said that Evander Kane gambled on games and threw games for the San Jose Sharks. So the NHL has completed its gambling investigation against him and said Wednesday it found no evidence that he ever bet on his own games.
That's good.
The investigation, which was conducted by Patterson, Belknap, Webb, and Tyler LLP in conjunction with NHL security, was spurred by allegations and social media posts by Kane's wife, Deanna. The couple recently entered divorce proceedings. The NHL now considers this matter closed.
Of course.
So there you go. Little update on that story that we did on the air. I mean, shoot, that was back more than a month ago.
All right, guys, I'm going to fire up the delay. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go.
Oops, sorry, I forgot to turn my camera back on there. Boom. There we are. So here's a story coming out of Minnesota. Speaking of our buddy Sean, this came out, looked like late yesterday. Timberwolves, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the basketball team, have reportedly fired team executive Gerson Rosas after finding out he had an inappropriate relationship with a female staffer. Now, it first came out yesterday that they were just parting ways with him. They said, as an organization, we remain committed to building a winning team that our fans and city can be proud of. Now, another reporter kind of broke the story, saying that Gerson Rosas is out as the president of basketball operations for the Minnesota Timberwolves for creating a toxic culture and an inappropriate relationship. Apparently, he was having sex with a female staffer in the building.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
The Atlantic went on to report the team had only learned about the relationship recently, but it wasn't the main reason he was fired, but it did contribute to the team's decision to let him go. Apparently, he was just a dickbag.
Sounds like it.
Now, he is married.
Oh, even worse.
So it made several people within the organization uncomfortable because apparently everyone knew. It was like a Jim and Pam sort of situation, like The Office. While there was not the reason for his dismissal, it was certainly impacted the timing. They apparently were planning on firing him because he was just a big D-bag. But once he started banging one of the secretaries, kind of closed the book on him. Charles says, we found a Mickey D Nugget behind a piece of furniture in our house we were working on, told the owner, and she said the last time her boys had nuggets in that room was at least 2 years prior. The nugget looked like it had just been made. Who knows what kind of preservatives they put in those things?
It's crazy, right?
They do those tests like you see like those crazy people who are like, here's a Big Mac from 1998. Like,
yeah,
that stuff comes up like once a year. We see those things.
All right, we got about 6 minutes. I will call the big guy in like 2.5.
Yeah, we'll talk to the big guy about how his weekend in Fayetteville was. You guys were both there.
Yep, wasn't able to meet up with him. Just, did too much going on with the kid. So.
Things got crazy for the big guy in Fayetteville. He was posting pictures on his Twitter that he was quite busy.
Oh, really?
He had a good old time.
I think the big guy. I can see the big guy just having a good old time wherever he's at.
Well, as he told us last week, it helps when all the boosters pay for everything when he's out. So
that is true.
He was definitely having a good time. He's had a couple bars, I think on Friday night. Yeah,
I met one of the breweries I went to on Friday. As it was killing time, I was sitting at the bar, and two guys with Georgia Southern shirts, came in. So I was like, you guys, do you guys live in Georgia? Or you just someplace else came in for the game? I was like, nope, live in Georgia, came in for it. I was like, oh, cool. So there's all kinds of, I was surprised by the amount of Georgia Southern people there. The guy I sat next to flying back on the plane was there because of the game. It's an odd choice. I don't know. All right. Got under a minute left in Tool. Nirvana, Come As You Are. After that, the big guy. Then speaking of planes, going to talk airplane habits. This is a quiz that BuzzFeed did recently. They asked a series of questions. See if we agree or disagree with the majority of people. All right, going to call the big guy.
Let's get him on the phone.
Hello.
Yo, sir, what's going on?
What's going on?
You're going on, man. I saw some pictures from this past weekend in Fayetteville. Dude. You were having a good old time.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously unable to meet up, hanging with the kids. So what was your Fayetteville experience like? Where'd you end up?
We went to eat. God, what is the name of that place? Hold on, let me look at my. I'll be able to tell you. It's some place that everybody told us we needed to go. It was Herman's.
Okay.
I don't know. It was like an old house that they made into a restaurant.
Oh,
and They
cool.
had good food and stuff. And then we went downtown and went to some piano bar for a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
That's where I saw pictures from. I think you posted pictures from Piano Bar.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we went down there and did a little bit, and then eat out of a food truck, and then went to bed, and then got our butt kicked. So
that was a sight. We were.
Yeah.
I was 3 rows literally from the top of the stadium with my
Nice.
kid watching the game. So.
Was it packed? Was it a full stadium?
No. It was before the game started. I mean, we were sitting there, and I'm looking across. I'm going, this is bad. I mean, it was really empty. By the time the game started, it was good. But no, where we were sitting, that upper section right there was a big chunk of empty space around us, and then the section next to us.
yeah, and that's to be expected after the last week where they beat Texas there, and it was a packed house. So that was to be expected.
Yeah. Lots of tailgating
So.
though.
What was the final score of the game, big guy?
45-10,
Good Lord. Was that expected or?
Oh yeah. I mean, Georgia Southern's not on the same level as Arkansas, and Arkansas is getting good. So it was. I mean, I don't think it was. I don't think they were hoping it would be that bad, but it got there.
They were invited for family weekend for a reason.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They wanted everybody to go home happy,
Yep.
mamas and daddies, and hey, we're spending the money. Let's give you a win.
All right, big guy. We've got. We're gonna go on the air here in less than a minute. It looks like the 3 games we
Okay.
got on tap is the Falcons, Giants, Bucks, Rams, and Packers, Niners.
Sounds good.
Cool.
We can do it.
Okay, we got about 35. All right, man. Gonna basically put you on hold. Next time we talk, we'll be on the air.
Okay.
Good morning. Thank you for hanging out, Kotter and Marshall Show. We are now joined by the one, the only, the big guy, Frank Sulkowski from WJCL 22, taking another look at this week in the NFL, heading into week 3. What's up, big guy?
What is going on with you guys? Yeah, here we are, already into week 3 of the NFL season, and we really haven't learned much. We've learned that the Falcons, they're not back.
Nope.
But many others are very good, so we'll go with that.
All right, well, let's start with the first game here of the big guy breakdown, Frank. The Falcons, speaking of them not being very good, they're taking on another team that's not very good, but they're a little feisty. I like the feistiness coming out of New York, talking about the Giants. Both teams are 0-2. How do you see this one breaking down?
Well, listen, I love my Falcons. But in reality, my younger years, I grew up a Giants fan. Yeah, how about that? I grew up a New York Giants fan. I mean, Lawrence Taylor and that whole crew and Phil Simms. And listen, this is a matchup where the Giants are coming off a narrow loss to Washington. Falcons, ugh.
Make it work.
Falcons,
Make it work, big guy. Make it work in your head that the Falcons could win.
I mean, in my mind, I'm trying to find a way. And I mean, the only thing I can find is, the Giants are not, the Tampa Bay Bucks, so that's a good thing.
That's positive.
Yeah, that is a positive. I could be crazy. Give me the Falcons on a flyer.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan is still Matt Ryan. Yeah, and this is only about a field goal spread. So
Yeah.
This isn't some Goliath task at hand for the Falcons. And let's be honest, they did show some life, especially for about 2.5 quarters against Tampa Bay. So I think the Falcons can put it together for at least 3.5 quarters, and that may be good enough to get past the Giants in this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the big guy is back. We're back on the Falcons. We'd love to hear it.
All right, let's go to one of the later games. We've got the 2-0 Bucks, the 2-0 Rams. Tom Brady. I mean, I think getting out of New England, the best thing that could happen to this dude in the later half of his career here.
I mean, listen, he's just a snowbird is what he is. He heads south. He soaks up the sun. I mean, he is living good. I mean, why retire to your supermodel wife and your beautiful children and your $1 million mansions when you can just continue to get hit by big angry men, in the NFL? No, Tom Brady and the Bucs are going to be one of the teams to beat all season long, and for a reason. They return so many guys. Now, they have had a couple injuries here in the early goings, but again, until someone finds a way to knock them off, I got to keep going with the Bucs. I mean, right now they are, to me, the cream of the crop, especially the NFC South. Although it's going to be interesting the way Carolina's playing, so we'll get to that down the road because the Panthers have a good defense, which is going to be interesting to see how that matches up. But in this game, you're talking about a lot of offense this week. I just think Tampa has too much, and they are playing really good football right now for the defending Super Bowl champs.
All right, well, you mentioned the Panthers. I consider them in the feisty category, but I also put the 49ers in the feisty category. So let's go ahead and talk about this last game. It is Sunday Night Football. You got the Packers, Aaron Rodgers. He's mentally checked out. He's essentially retired. He's hosting Jeopardy in his own mind. That's what I'm telling myself, big guy. Packers taking on the Niners Sunday Night Football. Who do you got?
While he is mentally checked out, he's got the whole Jeopardy thing going on, and he still finds a way to get the job done. That's what's crazy. And until he is officially checked out and gone, he's going to be trouble. And this is one of those games that screams, hey, Sunday Night Football, all eyes are on the Packers. I know San Fran has been dealing with some injuries as well. Although I do think that the 49ers have done a good job getting back to kind of that second tier in the NFC. I do think this is a game the Packers win on Sunday night with a lot of eyes on it. And Rodgers, I know Rodgers always finds a way. He's got some of the weapons around him. So it should be an entertaining game, but I think Green Bay just has a little bit too much in this matchup.
I hate that. Whatever you just said, I hate. I blacked out for a second, and you still said the Packers. Damn it.
All right, big guy, as always, thank you for the time, man. Breaking down another weekend in the NFL. We'll do it again next Thursday, man.
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
All right. Coming up next, we're going to talk airplane habits. See if you fall in line with the results of this quiz. Here's Daughtry. Heavy is the crown. It's the Kotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
All right, big guy. Thank you so much for coming on with us, man. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, gents. Have a great weekend.
All right, thanks, man. See you.
All right, bye.
All right, give me 1 second, guys. Going to get out of this delay. All right, I guess I need to actually get out of the delay first before I can switch it over. So, all right.
Did you get out of it?
I'm dialing out of the delay first.
Okay. Rhett said, when the big guy can't even say the word the Falcons, you know it's getting bad. Yeah. But I'm glad he talked himself into it. I'm glad he talked himself back into the Falcons being, the Falcons.
Well, I mean, that's how I like my big guy. I like my big guy, supporting the Falcons regardless.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm just doing some cleanup work here.
Nope, you're good, man. You're good. All right, just a reminder, tomorrow we won't have a live show. It's a boat day, so we're heading out on the water, the Sulkowski. So no stream tomorrow. Best of will be in its place. I got about 2 minutes.
All right, I just got one last story to clean up here that I didn't get to.
That's fair. All right, thank you guys for sticking around today. Appreciate it as always. Lots of good stuff on the show. I believe WWE's got a pay-per-view this weekend. I have not paid any attention to the WWE. I got to watch Dynamite tonight. So last night was there one from New York? Was it like the Grand Slam or whatever it was? I got to watch that. I think today before as I get some work done before I take a nap. All right, under a minute, guys. This is a quiz that BuzzFeed did. They asked a bunch of questions about playing habits. They got over 100,000 responses. We'll see where we fall in line with everybody here. Best seats, how to do your bags, airplane snacks. All right, guys, be right back. So I really thought flying last weekend, since it was my first time to fly since before the pandemic, I thought it would feel just a little bit different, with the mask and everything going on. But yeah, it was fine. I mean, really nothing out of the ordinary. I will be flying again here in about a week and a half as I head to Austin. So came across this, found it interesting. BuzzFeed conducted a quiz to find about how people feel about common flying habits. And they had all kinds of responses. 100,000 people responded to this quiz.
So the questions are pretty simple. Like question number 1 was, which seat is the best? 70% of people said the window seat, or 29% said the aisle. So I think it really depends on where you're going. So if you're flying overseas, I'd preferably like to have the window seat so I could kind of lean against the window and get some sleep that way. 29% said the aisle seat. If I'm going on a shorter flight, like I'm going to Vegas and have a couple of drinks, I'd rather be in the aisle seat so I can get my drink quickly.
Okay, makes sense.
Get up, use the restroom quickly in case I'm, being the booze hound I am, going on a flight somewhere. But 1% of people pick the middle seat. Those 1% of people, they're serial killers. So, and you should worry about who you're sitting next to.
Yeah, I'm going to go window seat whenever I can. I got stuck with the aisle seat a couple times on this trip because I typically don't pay the extra money to pick my seat. Just take what they give me. But I was lucky enough to get the window seat a couple times. That's my preference, even on shorter trips, because I know I'm going to fall asleep. And if I can lean against a window, there's a less of a chance of me snoring and annoying everybody on the flight. So give me window all day long.
Just mostly I'm an alcoholic, so I like just in case. I like to sometimes sit in the aisle seat. They also had a question, which is easier, just a carry-on or just a check bag? I think that's very obvious. It's just a carry-on.
Carry-on all day long.
Yeah,
man.
63% chose the carry-on, where 37% say they'd rather check it so they don't have to lug it around.
I mean, you're not lugging it around that much, and then it is at the whim of the airline.
Yeah.
You don't know where that bag's going to end up. You could be going to Vegas. It could end up in Florida. You don't want that to happen.
You don't want that life. You definitely don't. Yeah, carry your bag. It's super easy. And usually, I'm a guy too, so I can rewear most things 6-7 days in a row, and I don't care. especially when I'm going on shorter trips. Like, I don't worry about that stuff at all. Usually everything fits in the sling bag I carry around. So I usually take that on trips.
Yeah, I just had like a drawstring, those small drawstring bags. I crammed all of my clothes into that. I took a laptop, and it actually worked out well because there was a couple flights where I got on toward the end, and all the overhead compartments are full. So they were doing like the just the side where they check your bag right there on the tarmac or whatever. But my bag was so small, it fit every time, so I didn't have to mess with it. Way to go. Yeah, don't check that stuff.
This is one that I never usually do. Do you use the onboard bathroom?
Never.
68% of people said yes. 32% of people said no. Yeah, I generally never use it, especially if you have a window seat. You have to pretty much remove at least two people to get up and then use the bathroom. Most of the time it usually has a kid in there or some people who are probably doing some stuff they shouldn't be doing are in there, and you have to sit in the aisle for like 30 minutes while they're doing their business, and when you go in, it probably just reeks. Yeah, I'd rather just hold on to my bowels and wait till I hit the land before using the restroom, before using a bathroom plane.
It is in case of emergency only. Only. I mean, it is, I'm going to pee myself unless I hit the head on this plane. No. I mean, I will not unless I have to. I got no other choice.
Yeah.
Last one on this, and this is a big one, like the armrest. Because, I mean, especially I flew smaller planes, so it's just two seats, and you got that middle armrest. Who does it belong to?
Sometimes it's shareable, depending on the person. Some people won't use it. Some people will. I don't know. Usually it's like the first one there, that's yours.
Yeah, and I've always gone by that. But this results, I kind of found this one interesting. So a lot of people said whoever's on like the aisle or end seat. And this makes sense because if you have the window, you can lay down and you can nap. You don't need that armrest.
Right, that's true.
So if you're sitting in the aisle, it's like, okay, we'll throw you a bone. You can have the middle armrest as well. I think that's fair.
I guess that makes sense. Like everything to your right. The armrest to your right should be yours.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, coming up next, we're going to dive into some Marshall's music news. This is the Kotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
First story we'll do is Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Quick update on Incubus, and then we'll talk about just a very brief Creed reunion story. We'll talk about those three stories, and we'll jam out from there.
Cool.
I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good. All right, throw that in there. Get rid of that. That down. All right, there we go. Got everything situated again. All right, commercials. Going to get into some Five-Finger Death Punch as well. And then story number one of About Last Night. What's everybody's weekend plans since we won't be here tomorrow? Anybody doing anything fun and exciting this weekend? I got to mow the backyard. It's getting out of hand. It's like a jungle. Got a forest going on in my backyard. Jeremy, sorry, just saw this. Pushing the brew till tomorrow. Something came up today. No worries, man. No worries at all. Just excited, nervous at the same time to try it. No, just kidding. I think it'll be good. Bring it on. Always up for something different and fun. Don't forget, Monday on the show, Big Money Monday will be back. Your chance to win $50 of our boss's money. And after this past Monday, we've got a brand new addition to Big Money Monday. So you'll just like before, pick a number 1 through 9. You'll text it to us along with your first name. If we hit that number, or if we hit that number with the bingo ball, you score $50. Last week, or this past Monday, we got 69. Nice. And we thought it'd be fun that if we hit 69 moving forward, regardless of the number you pick, you score $100. Once again, nice. So that's in play moving forward starting this coming Monday. So Big Money Monday will be back on Monday. So we'll get to that. So your chance to score some of our boss's money. And it has been months since we've given something away. So hopefully we'll make it happen this Monday because we really like to give away our boss's money. It's fun for us. Yeah, no, probably today, yeah. Charles, this weekend, deer hunting, work, grocery shopping, food prep, workouts. Yeah, I got to get a run in. I did not run last week. Thought I was going to be able to run when I was in Fayetteville. Didn't happen. Just wasn't in the best section of town to run in. But I did walk 10-plus miles, 9 of them in one day. So I feel okay. All right, don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Probably get rid of that. Sorry, once again, just closing stuff up is getting close to wrap up the show. All right, Bad Company from Five Finger Death Punch coming up in about 30 seconds. We'll talk Joan Jett, story number 1, and about last night. That means, yeah, I'm going to throw on some Joan Jett. I love rock and roll. I am overly tired today. Not napping really kicks my butt. I know, I'm bitching about not napping. It's fine. I don't know how old this is. Consequence of Sound, consequence.net posted a picture. Foo Fighters rock out on stage with mascots during private gig for Salesforce. I guess there's a video. And then there's these big, goofy-looking mascots standing next to the band. That's pretty awesome. Wow. Friends premiered 27 years ago. Talk about feeling old. I remember the debut. Whoa, what? Ah. All right. Sorry, guys. Read an email. All right. Sorry, guys. My apologies. My apologies. My apologies. All right. There we go. Ooh, got some new Volbeats. Interesting. I like that. Called Shotgun Blues. 90 seconds. Just got a new song from Volbeat.
How long is it? A minute and a half?
I'm going to open it up now. We'll see. Oh, it's over 4 minutes. For about 4:20.
They must be exhausted.
All right. All right, got about a minute left.
Oh, you must have been talking about working out. Hey, Charles, I hit the bands yesterday, bro. Guns are coming in nice for the fall time. So how much time we got?
We have under a minute.
Gotcha.
35 seconds.
Without a doubt. Let's see. There we go. I'm ready, just with 15 seconds left.
Perfect. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. It is the Kotter and Marshall Show. Time to get to some Marshall's music news.
So, like many bands before them, Limp Bizkit, Spirit Box, Deftones, Gojira, STP, Bush, Nine Inch Nails, The Pixies, Disturbed, and more, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts have decided to postpone the majority of their 2021 tour dates. Their last show will be September 28th next week, and then they will take the rest of the year off due to COVID-related issues in and around the band. So the last show is actually going to be next week in New York, and that'll be the final show until 2022. Now, Joan Jett's going to be on tour with Motley Crue next year, part of that huge stadium tour. Hopefully that will be a thing.
Yeah.
I think at this point it will be.
You think so?
Yeah, I think we're past the closing down giant spaces for concerts and stuff. I think we're past that point.
I hope so.
We're hitting. I know the term herd immunity is probably not going to be able to be used here for this pandemic, but I think we're past that. So once again, unfortunately, Joan Jett is going to be canceling all of her rest of the dates of the year. Now, she was stated in a press release that was put out saying, "It's been a thrill to be back on tour recently. We all miss being on the road, playing for the fans and playing together again. The continuing surge of COVID cases due to the Delta variant should be a concern to all of us. While we are fully vaccinated, we are still being extremely cautious to protect our fans." So Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, you can see him next week if you want to go to New York. If not, you'll see him again in 2022.
All right, more of Marshall's music news coming up. Let's do some Joan Jett. I love rock and roll. It's the Kotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1. Charles, I need to run more. I agree. But I'm still doing I wouldn't make it if I wasn't doing the interval stuff on a weekly basis. So
Charles said it would make you cry if I told you how many band reps I did this morning. Oof, yeah, probably. I was doing like a little circuit yesterday. I did 50 jump ropes to get my heart rate up, and then I did 20 squats and I did 30 band with a 35 10.
Right.
And I just did that 3 times.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, jump rope sucks.
Jump rope get your fucking heart going, man. It really does. And that's why I love doing jump rope. I mean, it makes you sweat immediately.
Right before I moved, I signed up for that circuit training. Was it 9 round, 10 rounds, whatever? It's like the boxing circuit training. Yeah. And the very first station every time is jump rope. I remember the first time going in, knowing I'm out of shape. And I'm like, jump rope, I could do this. And it's only a minute or 2 minutes, whatever it is. F that.
Yeah, the worst part about jump rope is when you actually mess up and you slap your legs with the jump rope. The worst. Yesterday, I was just... It really makes you concentrate, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
The pain receptors in your mind, they make you really pay attention to what you're doing. For tonight, if you guys are bored, speaking of wanting to jump out of the house and not doing jump ropes, I'm going to be hosting bingo over at the Draft Room at Berwick. So that starts at 7 o'clock if you want to get out. We're always done by Thursday Night Football, so if that's a deal for you. Less than an hour and a half of bingo. We play 10 games. We give away a $50 gift card with Blackout Bingo for the final game of the night. But it's always fun. So if you want to get out of the house tonight, come get some great food. They got 30 different beers on tap. I believe it's the largest draft beer collection on the south side of Savannah. Like, no place has more beers on tap.
I think you're right. I can't think of... I think you're 100% right.
And what's great about the Draft Room is Damien, who's the owner, he's a big craft beer fan, and he just keeps adding taps. He's actually added 6 taps this year.
Jeez. And they usually have a really good selection. They got a nice selection of local beers. But I mean, I usually go and just get a Tropicalia, man. It's been my go-to for a while now.
Jump rope is hell on a weak bladder, so a friend told me. Is that true? Yeah, the jump ropes, I mean, it's mostly just bad when you screw up because, I mean, I was just like whipping my shins.
Right.
Because you get into a rhythm, and then you're kind of like you space out for a second. You're just counting in your head. And then eventually you don't jump as high on one jump.
Yeah.
Kind of clips your shoe a little bit. And then the next one, you either half trip, and then you smack the shit out of your shins. Oh, the worst. I'm kind of excited tonight. I'm going to be able to stay up a little later. And by that, I mean I'll fall asleep on the couch instead of my bed watching Thursday Night Football.
So I love that MJF's parents are now kind of getting into the action here and helping.
I saw that.
Help to put him over. So MJF is the bad guy for AEW. Great, one of the best wrestling heels in years. He commits to it like people haven't done in decades. Well, his parents were at Dynamite on Wednesday, and they held signs saying, "We're MJF's parents, and we think he sucks too." And then they did like a little interview and said, "We're the bad ones. We'd like to say we apologize to the entire world for bringing MJF into it. He's an effing idiot, but he's ours."
Wow.
I'm always happy to see him get his ass kicked. He deserves it. That's amazing.
From earlier, Jeremy says Tropicalia is a damn good beer. We couldn't agree more. Jeremy from Splitfin. He's actually going to be brewing our Southern peach pear salad thing. He's going to make a sour beer out of it. That should be fun. Red says also Conor McGregor put up an Instagram post about his awful pitch. Most of it was unintelligible random blabber because he claims it was the most powerful, fastest pitch ever thrown by a celebrity.
Whatever.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Conor McGregor is still a person that we allow to keep space on our brains. I wonder when that's going to end. What do you think he's going to do post his fighting career? Because, I mean, he's probably within the next 5 years, he's got to be done fighting.
That's a good question because, I mean, I think he likes the limelight too much.
Thing is, I don't think he could be a good commentator, at least in the United States. His accent is so thick, he's almost unintelligible when you talk to him.
Yeah, agreed.
Unless he slows down and pronunciates. It's hard to actually understand him.
I don't know what he'll do because, I mean, he'll probably just rant and rave on Twitter and stuff because I think he still wants to be in the public eye. Doesn't need any money per se, but, I mean, I don't think he'll become a WWE guy.
Jeremy says, I thought Conor got thrown out of the U.S. a couple years ago. He probably should have. And then Jeremy goes, run for president. That sadly is something I think I could see him doing.
Yeah, I got that.
So we're going to have some opportunities for you guys to win more Jacksonville Jaguars tickets. We had a pair that we gave away today to Robbie. But if you probably, I think the goal is, right, the Rock 1061 Facebook page?
Yeah.
So later on today, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we can just do it today.
Yeah, so later on today, we'll be giving away another pair of tickets to the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Arizona Cardinals this coming Sunday at 1 o'clock. We'll have a Facebook contest, so keep your eye out on the Rock 1061 Facebook if you want to win yourself a pair of tickets. They just hit us up. I think you and I were talking about tickets. And I was like, hey, aren't we supposed to be getting tickets? And I'm guessing you reached out.
They reached out. It was just kind of ironic that we had the conversation, and they're like, hey, we want you to give away tickets. We're like, okay.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Because they're like, how many do you want? And I said, yeah, this many, being reasonable. And they're like, how about this many? And I'm like, yes.
10 pair of tickets?
Yeah. All right, guys, be right back. We got story number 2 of Marshall's Music News.
So Incubus, oh boy, Incubus. Well, they're having issues, complications with COVID-19. They didn't state which member or person that was close to the band was having complications, but they had to postpone a couple shows on September 5th and 6th. And we all thought, well, their big performance at Rebel Rock Fest, which is down in Orlando, would not be affected. But yesterday, just a few days before Rebel Rock, which is happening this weekend, they have pulled out of the Rebel Rock Festival. Now, they were the replacement for Limp Bizkit,
right?
Who stopped touring because of COVID-19. So Rebel Rock said, well, sorry, guys. We're sad to report Incubus is no longer a part of our show. We're working quickly and diligently to hopefully secure another artist that will kind of take Incubus's spot. But how do you get a major band to step in to be a headliner of a show days before at a huge rock festival down in Orlando?
That is a stellar question. I mean, are they going to be playing? Would they have to pay a premium to this band because they're like, look, I know it's last minute. We'll give you a few extra grand or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't replace Limp Bizkit and Incubus with like a third tier band.
Agreed. I mean, you got to go big.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think a 3 Days Grace or a Breaking Benjamin is sufficient enough to replace either one of those bands.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on just who you like. I mean, to somebody, yes. I don't know. I don't know to enough. That's the question.
It's interesting. I honestly, at this point, I think the Rebel Rock Festival is cursed, and they should just shut it down. But good luck to them this weekend. But yeah, sadly, Incubus is done touring for the rest of 2021.
All right, we've got one more story to go, and we'll wrap up the show. It is Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
So Savannah just put out the automated automobile tag renewal kiosks. They're available now. They're apparently inside Kroger stores for the convenience. So I actually have to get a tag for my car. I should be getting my renewal here in like a week or two.
Yeah.
It's like a month before your birthday. So I think I'm going to go try to use the tag machine instead of having to like just pay online and wait.
Yeah, might as well. I've got to get my driver's license renewed.
You have to go, because you have to get a new license itself, right? So you have to.
I think you can renew it still, right?
I thought you had to get like a new picture.
I don't know. I mean, I was able last time. No, I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
So also kind of an interesting thing. Our friend Lauren Wolverton, who does Explain the Bachelor for us, there was a new spot called Selfie World Savannah. Its grand opening was last weekend, and it is inside of the Tanger Outlets in Pooler. Selfie World Savannah features multiple individual photo booths, each decorated as a different scene with interactive props and a ring light. Admission is $22. This is slightly genius. I mean, you rent out a storefront inside of the Tanger Outlets. Let's just say it's a sizable store. Let's just say it's $2,500 a month. I think with kids nowadays, $22 to get in?
This is the world we live in now, where you pay $22 to go into a store or business literally just to take selfies.
Okay, so check this out. So you're probably wondering to yourself, well, what scenes can I take a picture in front of? They range from a Georgia peach, a private jet, to a swimming pool and a rainbow swing set. Guests receive a Bluetooth remote from their cell phone camera, and they are let loose to strike a pose. So what happens is you just put your phone in a cradle, and they give you a Bluetooth connector thing. They give it to you, and you just go and take a ton of pictures of yourself at any one of these booths.
It hurts my soul for several reasons. One, because I agree with you. Because of where we are in this in the world right now, with selfies and Instagram and stuff like this, it's a genius idea. Somebody's going to make a crap ton of money on this. But then again, it also hurts my soul because this is an idea and somebody will make a crap ton of money on this. I mean, spend the $22, go to like a freaking theme park or museum, take your pictures there, get something out of it other than just effing content for your Instagram page that nobody's paying attention to. Sorry. Stupid, so stupid.
I think Cotter's still a little upset that no one pays attention to his Instagram page.
I don't give a crap. I know. This is old man Kotter yelling at the clouds right now. I get it, but still, holy shit.
Well, if you want more information on Selfie World Savannah, you can actually check out their website, Selfie, SELFIE, World, WRLDSAV.com. So, Selfie World Savannah, grand opening over at Tanger Pooler stores. Yeah, I'm just checking. Yep, $22.50. $22.50 for a ticket. They also do private events. In case you want to, fit a little private event action in there.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Service fees are $1.70. About 20, a little under a few.
You're paying $25 to go take pictures.
$24.28 per person
to take pictures.
Wanda says, "I wish my kids would ask to go there. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard." Make sure they never hear of it because they'll probably want to go. Yeah, I have slightly bad news. I've beaten all my video games. I have nothing.
Is there anything new out there you're wanting to play?
Yeah, so coming out on October 8th, there is Metroid Dread, which is kind of harkens back to the original Metroid games, but with new fancy graphics and stuff. So that's one new one. And then there's some DLC stuff that I want to play with Ghost of Tsushima, which is, funny enough, a game that Rhett's playing, who's chiming in right now. He said PlayStation 5s will be sold in stores today at Best Buy if anyone is looking for one. Yeah, I saw those. Oh, also, yes, Raven Dantes, thank you so much. There is a Nintendo Direct today. It's 3 p.m. Pacific time, so it'll be 6 p.m. tonight here Eastern.
Okay.
They're going to do a 40-minute presentation. I forgot that was on. Thank you for pointing that out.
Nice.
It's where they'll showcase a bunch of games. A lot of people are thinking that they're going to showcase a new Mario Kart game, Mario Kart, which will be the 9th one, Mario Kart 9.
Mario Kart and Mario Party, to me, as long as you keep cranking those out, I'll play those all day long.
Yeah, I love Mario Kart games. Whenever a new one comes out, I play the crap out of it for like a month and a half, and then I never pick it up again.
Yeah, I get it. Those games definitely have a shelf life.
Man, Wanda's really against that selfie world place. She goes, "I hope my kids have their own money and good shoes to walk in if they want to go." Damn, Wanda. All right, guys, one more Marshall's Music News story, and that actually wraps it up for the week. We're off tomorrow. As Kotter has mentioned a couple times, we'll be back on Monday morning starting at 6 a.m. Raven says, "I got the Metroid Dread and the new OLED Switch on pre-order." Yeah, the OLED, I think it's neat. I wish it had more. I wish it was more of a substantial upgrade, but I never play my Switch out of the dock. I rarely take it out, so it really didn't make sense for me to upgrade that. But I mean, if it came with like a stronger processor or whatever, I would probably seriously consider it. Oh, I got news on the new Volbeat song. It's called Shotgun Blues.
Yep.
Have you got a chance to listen to it yet?
No, I'm going to once the show is done. If I could play it on the stream, we would just play it right now, but I can't. Sorry, guys.
So TikTok, which is probably one of the most popular social media apps out there, I still have refused to join, but probably eventually will crack that nut. Apparently, TikTok owners reportedly are creating a new music streaming service, and it's coming to China later. TikTok is owned over in China, and that should be interesting because that'll probably be integrated really well with TikTok and blow up.
Yeah. All right, got about 1 minute.
Yeah, Raven Dantes, man, when it comes to the Switch, I get weirdly freaked out when I take mine out of the house, like I'm going to lose it or break it somehow. So I generally don't. I brought it to work a couple times and played on my lunch break, but I don't know. I don't travel enough or have that much free time when I'm out of the house to play video games. Like if I had a long commute, or I was taking a subway or something,
right,
that makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
Or a bus, but driving and trying to play video games at the same time, not great.
Frowned upon usually.
All right, got one more story. We're going to talk a little bit about a Creed reunion. Chance of it happening, maybe?
All right, guys, 15. We'll be right back. Before we get out of here, one more time, we got Marshall's music news.
So Mark Tremonti of Creed is working on some solo stuff, but he was asked about, well, the possibility of Creed getting back together. And he talked about more of the positive aspects of the band getting back together in the future. He goes, we're in a reliving of an era. We were such lucky guys to be in a band as successful as Creed. As when we were at the height of our success, it was hard to kind of gauge just how lucky we were to have that because we didn't know any different. Now, when it comes to the band possibly getting back together, now, last fall, Creed drummer Scott Phillips alluded to that possibility, saying there has been some chatter and there's no specific timetable for anything or any specific plans, but it's a possibility down the road. Now, Mark Tremonti obviously is working on promoting a new solo album. There's also talks of another Alter Bridge album, which he's a part of as well. So I think if Creed gets back together, we're probably still a couple years away from them doing anything. But I am the biggest skeptical, do not like Creed guy. My wife oddly loves Creed.
Yeah, I still have not figured that out.
She got me into Creed. I care more for the music. A lot of it's a lot better than what I remembered. And also live, they slay live.
Okay.
They were really great live. So if there's an opportunity for you to go see Creed, Marshall stamp of approval. Go see Creed. Just don't pay a lot for it.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. We do not have a live show tomorrow on the stream or anything like that, as we're going to go out and I guess get boat drunk.
It's called Mandatory Fun Day, where we're mandatorily told to have fun, and you know how that works out.
The boss pays for drinks.
Yeah.
I'm in 100%.
Well, I have to go buy the drinks. He just told me in the hallway. I got to go to Sam's Club.
Fair enough. All right, so you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you again on Monday. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate it on air and on the stream. It is the Kotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, ladies and germs, that is the week. We hope you guys have a great rest of your day and, of course, your Friday. We hope it is, fast and drunk, just like ours will be. Hopefully not too much. We're on a pontoon boat tomorrow.
Oh.
$70,000, I was told.
Really?
I don't know how we got a $70,000 pontoon boat.
That's got to be.
That's what we'll be on tomorrow.
Hefty-sized boat.
Yeah, it's going to be, there's like 8 or 9 of us. So it should be interesting for Mandatory Fun Day. All right, guys, you have a good rest of your days. We'll see you Monday, 6 a.m.